demise of Gallic has left the world burning. Blood seeps through dirt saturated from slaughter. Balance is askew. Evil is winning. To restore this balance, the Twilight Weaver pulled what power she could spare to retrieve 5 threads from the Sea of Souls, desperately weaving the lines of fate. Now, these 5 reincarnations are the only hope Gallic has left at survival.
Caffeine. As we start the session, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, creatures and creatures of all sizes. I'm your host with the most, GM Val, here today to talk about episode
12.
I'm seeing a variety of numbers.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I figured doing this was going to confuse you.
You guys are doing ASL over there. But yeah, we're on episode 12 today, ladies and gentlemen, of Saga of the Serpent and the Spider. I'm gonna do a little recap and just on a little different day. Gonna ask you guys individually about your favorite moments of last session, and we'll keep it efficient. So, what happened last session? We discovered a couple things. Hunter is from a village called Plantea. Very few inhabitants. Very few inhabitants come from this strange place, but they're known for their immense crafting abilities. As Hunter was basically the crafting slave or crafting botch for the entire last 2 to 3 weeks of the game, in game, as he's been crafting away at this hut and at the canoe. The group is in this really hostile jungle environment that they need to make a way to go up the river, making a boat to do so. So Hunter was doing that after he finished crafting the hut, so you guys can actually take a long rest. So
Smoke him if you got him.
Smoke that. That's what I'm saying there. And then after that, they discovered that leaving a frog hemoth near their base of operations isn't the best idea in a rotting hostile jungle environment, as they were attacked by man-eating demon apes trying to talk and summon their deity by building shrines using the bones of this frog hemoth. Omen, or Felix the Bard, decided, fuck this shit, I'm the Bard, let me seduce these apes. Well, not seduce, but talk them down. He decided to play them the song of his people and sang them a song Disney style, and recruited them, and they all kind of sang and danced around. So it was like a mid-musical halfway through the session. Then they pretty much invited Felix and the squad into their tribe, making them honorary members, as they were going to take part in a grand sacrifice, sacrificing humans to the, basically, Machitu, the god of torture and war. Felix was like, it's fine. Like, we got homies now. We're fine. Free food and stuff. The rest of the party, specifically Isla, was like, I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea to serve the god of torture and sacrifices, as you pull from your lore, seeing that you're well read, that sacrifices tend to get sacrificed in horrific ways that are unimaginable and definitely not kosher. Upon discovering that, it's like, okay, let's just wait it out, like some 28 weeks later in this house while these demon apes finish this frog moth. You guys learned that even monsters have monsters they fear, and they're butterflies. It's a swarm of death butterflies that can eat even ghosts. Decided to descend upon these evil, evil monkeys, not really trying to eat them, but eating the decaying corpse of this 10,000-pound frog-hemoth near their base of operations. Because the apes were asleep on top of the frog-hemoth, it was free real estate. As they just kept eating and eating and eating with their potent poison that could even poison undead and demons. Upon figuring that out, I believe it was Isla, or was it Felix that came out first? The house.
The butterfly for the butterflies.
Yeah.
Isla saw them first and went to try to wake everybody up.
Yep.
Yeah, you were like, and then you
Wiki.
tried to wake up. I believe it was live.
Yes.
And he was like, "Listen, there are butterflies outside. They're highly dangerous. We need to stop them now." And Live was like, "Fuck out of here! I'm going to sleep." And you were like, "No, please listen." Like now, he's like, "Fucking idiot," or "fucking." I don't know any English insults, but pretty much that. And then you went over.
Waffle.
Yeah.
And she went over to the rest of Mandem, and she went over to Felix, and he's like, "All right, okay, let's see what happened." And Felix pretty much marched outside, and was like, "That's a fucking problem." And went back in. He's like, "Live, Hunter, wake up, yo, it's butterflies, and they're eating people." And Hunter woke up, and was like, "Hold on, let me go work." He's like, "Oh wait, no, it's shit outside. I'll just stay inside." And tried to wake up Rin as well. Rin was like, "That's a personal problem. I'm going back to sleep." City girls were sleeping. Bang, bang. And I believe you guys waited that out. Sorry. So after...
Our DM must have eaten a bunch of that frog-hemoth just before session.
I must eat... yeah, this is rotten, dude. This is toasted. We also discovered various ways on how to barbecue effectively. We learned that, and the end of the session was you guys were essentially attacked by this strange looking snail-like creature. This strange snail, pretty much scorpion hunter, get over here, reaching out and extending his eyeball, yanking Hunter over there. Proceeding to dick on Hunter for a full round, and everyone's like, "Hold on, let's save Hunter." Hunter was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm a main character too, bitch," and it was like the arrows. And then after you guys killed that, you guys discovered that there is a group of people, various cat folk and humans mixed in, traveling towards you. There's a man on the back of an Allosaurus because dinosaurs were up. And he was marching towards you, and we ended immediately as you failed the strange snail-like monster that creature appeared. I think that was everything for the most part. Also, you learned of a new city nearby. Vale. Yes. So, Guten Tag. So I was asking you guys your favorite moment of last session, and then we'll get started. So I'll start with Young Money Hunter. What was your favorite moment of last session?
Good question. Trying to remember last session.
We were so unprepared.
That's surprising.
I guess those butterflies really surprised me, especially with their abilities and what they could do. Maybe we should have caught one.
I mean, that wouldn't be the worst idea. But I thought that was super cool there. I mean, it was kind of interesting because it's like, oh, it's fucking butterflies, right? They're not gonna. I mean, these fucking basically gorilla mega super saiyan apes are gonna fuck these guys up, but that was not the case. And it's still to show that in the jungle you don't know what's safe. So I thought that was super cool. We'll go over to Isla. What was your favorite part of last session?
I think it was just the zero fucks given from Felix. He's like, no, it'll be fine. As we're all like Hey, Hunter's a human. Maybe
Oh, yeah.
not.
Oh yeah, that was fucking great. Like I really because it was almost like it's like hold on, these guys eat humans, but then it was like Hunter is wearing a fucking shark mask, so it looks like Shark Man, Batman's long lost cousin, extended out there. So I thought it was super cool because it shows like even though Hunter is human and like probably Isla's probably the most human looking person and she's not even human, which is interesting. So I thought that was super cool. And I'll go over to Lyle. What was your favorite part of last session?
Two things, honestly. The fact that a couple people in the party just kind of played into Live's addiction and had a little fun with strip poker. But
Yeah.
How do you forget strip poker?
yeah, you forget strip poker. And then just the varied nature of this of the session. I mean, there's a lot of different things going on, and we have a lot of people from a character standpoint, out of their comfort zone. So it's cool to see everybody's thought process on how to make all this stuff actually work. So I think that's my favorite parts of it, is just seeing everybody's thought process of what they're doing.
Yep, and it's starting to show some of the flaws in having 3 charismatic characters in one party. As it's like, okay, it's like, okay, now we need to survive. Beard Rift styles.
D&D, ladies and gentlemen, this is how it goes. It's so much fun.
I was like, all right, what's the worst that can happen, right? He's got to make a canoe, fucking travel through a hostile jungle with dinosaurs and great frog hedonists running around and banner Hobbs, while also trying to go through a river, trying to find a cult of people that may or may not be here, while trying to find a seal of an ancient deity that's been traveling around. I mean, what's the worst that could possibly happen? But Ren, what was your favorite part of last session?
Definitely watching Felix charm the monkeys with his drums. The fact that they started moving their booties, fantastic touch.
Listen, if you got it, move it if you got it, right?
I heard it started getting monkeypox.
Hey.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Ebola, we're gonna watch out. We're gonna Ebola, bro. You gotta want to watch out, man. That's just contagious. CDC guidelines. But anyway, so essentially, you have that there, and that's all the little recaps there. So then we will officially start the session, ladies and gentlefish. As you guys have slain this creature, you see coming from the west is a man on the back of an Allosaurus, which is kind of pinned by Isla, because she's smart. And behind him are several hooded figures traveling through the underbrush of this dense, jungle-like environment. What are you all doing? The spell tree that you failed, the lookout, okay, I'm just gonna, the local, the lacanth, the snail shit, is right beside you here.
Okay.
I speak one language. That's right beside you. These creatures here, the guys running up to you, are about 150 feet away from you currently speaking. They don't have their weapons out that you can see because it is dense foliage around them, so I would say they're heavily obscured. As far as things, you definitely can hear and see like bits and pieces of them as they move through the underbrush. What do you guys think? You think they'll probably reach you within 1 to 2 rounds? We're out of combat, so just take it as if like soft combat, or soft initiative, I guess, not soft combat.
I know I'm probably attempt to try to hide in some bushes or some shrubs or something.
Okay, well, there's plenty of shrubs around you. Please give me a stealth check. You're because they're, I'll say, yeah, just give me a stealth check. We'll go for it. Oh yes,
27.
27 is very good, and hold on.
Hey Hunter, what is it that where did he go? Where guys always disappearing, jeez.
So Hunter literally, especially being a great ambusher, he just kind of you see him just kind of lean back, and you see like almost like the leaves just curve around him like a fucking druid, just as he's
What
covered
a weirdo.
in leaves. As he leaves, and you just see him lean there. Go over to Isla. What is it that you be doing as you see these whatever people coming towards you?
Well, given she knows a little bit about the Allosaurus, she's probably gonna find something to tuck behind as well. She's not gonna go like towards where Hunter went, but she's gonna look for like a bush or something out here.
All right. You
tuck
can
into.
definitely find one, sure. I would say like let's just say you're like right here maybe, and a little bit further west. You're not exactly where he's at, but close enough to where you're like within like walking distance.
Yeah.
It's right there. I would say normally I would say a disadvantage, but because like I said, they're very far away. I'll just give you a flat one on this one, because I don't think it makes sense either way.
Ooh.
All right. So you feel as if you're very stealthy.
Somebody's snapping twigs like I'm her.
She's leaning out of the bush
Snap,
to
snap,
get a better
snap,
view.
snap, snap, snap.
We can still see.
It's like snappity snap snap. That's kind of what you would notice there. Yeah, Isla feels that she's very stealthy. And she's kind of blending in there, like thinking to find you. Felix is Felix would kind of get behind a tree and he would say, "All right, listen. If they look friendly, I'm gonna introduce myself, and we're gonna see what happens."
Oh, so he is going up there.
You're going
He's
to
hiding
get
behind the tree
eaten.
first. Eating by what?
Everything. Something is going to eat you. I already know.
They can't eat us if we're quiet.
Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
Snap them. It's like and he just tucks in here, and I'll say he'll attempt to hide as well. Because why not? Wow. That was a laggy spike. Here we go. So Hunter's gonna stealth as well. Skadoosh. Feels as if he's very stealthy. We're gonna go over to Live. What are you doing?
How is this a decently high stump or?
I would
No.
say not high enough. I mean, you could probably crouch down and hide behind it. Maybe let me say like 3 feet, maybe. 3 feet.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is kind of get tucked right here, and I'm gonna sit with my back to it, and then since we hear that from behind us, and then try to kind of tuck in and hide right in there.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll. You're attempting to hide. You feel as if you're very stealthy.
Nice.
Ren, what are you doing as you hear these threats approach? Or
She
sound
sees
threat?
everybody start diving, just like, oh, what? These goddamn weirdos. She's gonna take a nap in this bush.
All right. As you aren't really going to be moving, give me a flat stealth roll. Just lay it down in the bush.
Well, because this was right after a battle too, right?
Yeah.
So it's like 90% chance she already took a nap.
Get that nap in right quick. Hold on. Get that power nap in.
Hey.
You snoring loud in the mud.
No, it's my trademark.
I was gonna say she finds trying to find a bed of leaves, and instead of going underneath it, just falls on top of it.
Look, man, I probably went into the shelter, flushed the toilet, and then came out.
I'm like, hey guys, I'm sorry. We're supposed to be quiet.
Oh God! So it's
Kitchen
like
pebbles at her.
putting back on the armor, like, sorry guys. Oh,
Hey,
God.
we're supposed to be here. So first things first. Ren, you're just kind of rolling in the bushes. They're trying to find a comfortable spot to rest in. You're like, oh, this is. I can get this.
Damn twigs, rocks, throwing things out from the bush.
As
She's
these creatures
snoring.
their approach, you would see these guys would be after a few rounds. They would be like here, and you would see this figure here. This is what he looks like, a human figure. He has very dark tan skin, above table, think more like Arabian. He's wearing he's covered in closed light, but looks to be moisture resistant to kind of stop the inevitable swamp ash from happening in this dense ass jungle. riding on the back of this Allosaurus. He looks out and points to several other people behind him and say, there are supposed people in this forest. They were sighted near here. Or there was threat of Bachitu here. Find them and see if they are threats. Another tribe. Damn demon apes. And they're gonna look and see the half-rotting corpse of the frog humid that is. Oh no, it's all bones now. I see the bones of the fully decomposed frog humid and the bones of the apes that you guys definitely did not bury in any way, shape, or form out there, and say, I'm not sure what could have done this. This looked like, and this guy's gonna roll a check. One of these guys going. I see. The figure behind him carries around a staff. She looks to be of the magical inclination. This person here as well also looks like they are magically inclined. And Lav would know this. Your fucking sorcerer senses are tingling. And they would roll a. This is a plus. Plus one of this. Skadoosh. After searching the bones of this creature here, even though you guys are kind of creaking around really loudly, seeing the bones would have definitely disrupted them. That's kind of what they're looking for. Seeing the bones of a frog human fully decomposed like that would be definitely shocking. So they don't initially find you all, as they're too set back by this kind of monumentous looking scene here, as there is a fully functional camp. Beside the camp, there are bones of extremely deadly creatures, and there's a semi-finished or half-finished canoe. So as this is happening, you would see them kind of go inside your hut, look around. It's like, it's almost like, are they making air conditioning in here?
Damn right.
It's like, I see strange contraptions in this place. I think they need a flux capacitor to power the rest of this machine, but they're on their way. They're making a canoe? Interesting. And you see, definitely the guy on the back of the dinosaur is definitely giving out the orders. You see several of the magically inclined people behind him gathering the bones of the apes in mass, just throwing them on the back of the Allosaurus. Is it Allie or Allosaurus?
Ow.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
Al.
Hey, if you know, put it in the description because we're gonna fuck that up. The Allosaurus, and I would say here, after a few minutes, I would probably say Ren would probably get them off first because you rolled a lower one than they did, and that makes sense. So upon them kind of searching the house, they would kind of hear soft snoring, and they would be like, what is that? And I'm gonna roll a perception check at advantage because you were snoring very loudly. Let's just here we go.
As they've kind of been walking around, can I just get do they appear like they would just attack on sight, or do they appear like they're just trying to investigate to see who is in the forest?
Give me an insight check. As you're trying to discover.
No clue.
Oh. All these nat ones.
As you look at them, they all have on the hoods. It's kind of hard to figure that out. They're all very hooded and covering their faces pretty well.
Yep.
With their, with their 15, they definitely see Ren, and you see the guy on the dinosaur look down as he would approach Ren. Ren, give me a con save and see if you wake up.
When have I ever waken up from a nap?
Wow.
Oh my god. Look at these nat ones, yo.
Get him out now.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
for
say,
real.
let him go.
Get him out.
I'm gonna just refresh.
Listen. We all know if you literally press Alt F4 on your computer and reload it, simply helps out. This
Up,
guy
down,
here,
up, down, left, right, BA, start work soon.
Hey.
Shout out to Konami.
so you see in live Isla, Helix, Hunter, you guys see this guy get off his Allosaurus and walk over to Ren and like tap her on the shoulder.
No. She rolls over. Oh.
Isla will
5
step
more
out of her
minutes.
bush. No, don't poke her. Let her
Don't.
sleep.
Don't poke the beast.
As he sees your armor, he's gonna make a fucking investigation check. And he sees everybody, because you guys look like fucking superheroes with all this damn armor on. He's gonna have advantage on this.
I got no armor on.
Fucking Isla with the gleaming fucking
Yeah,
sword,
like-
fucking maiden shit, and
She's
Ren with
got
the
two swords, a glowing sword.
yeah,
Yo, and
Ren-
you still want to poke the beast? Man, that's just poor planning.
yeah, the dinosaur.
I'm gonna step out from around the tree stump, standing up, like pulling my pants up, acting like I was going to the bathroom.
Roll me a performance check.
Absolutely.
Well, you pull this off.
Yeah, we thought you was doing
Oh,
something else
that's-
like
That's
that, buddy.
deception.
Damn it. I'll take the roll. It'd be an 8 instead of a 6.
Hey, so it's maybe you kind of trip over a twig a little bit on the way there.
Sure.
But it looks suspicious as you see this creature, this human, look around and say, "Who are you? Who are you here? And why are you armed like fucking royal guards?"
We came here in search of. Well, we need to make our way to, and because my notes, for some reason, my son took my notebook. The name of the tribe that.
The Eternal Kin.
The Eternal Kin. We were sent here to see if we could locate anybody from the Eternal Kin. We got dropped here. We're trying to just make camp, see if we can start scouting out, but we needed a place to stay first.
As you say Eternal Kin, I will allow only one person to roll an insight check. As you see him, as you say this,
I'm
I'm
sleeping.
I'm proficient with a 4.
I think we're all a little too far to help each other.
Yeah, I was like, I can't touch you, so.
yeah, you
Alright.
you definitely cannot help him with insight. It's like, how do you
Okay.
feel?
I am going to use my inspiration for this.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. 13.
Damn, needed it.
All right, let's see here. I'm gonna roll a die.
Okay.
A die.
A die. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I'm gonna roll something.
Oh, man.
With the nat 20 stretch.
Stop that.
Fresh.
Spray bottle. Bad deal. Bad deal.
Up.
Refreshed.
Like a newspaper is like, what are you doing? With a 20 though, what you see on his face is a bit of a mystery. He seems to look at you and just kind of smile as you say the Eternal Kin, but you don't really detect anything evasive or disingenuous or genuine about his response as you say that. But he does say to, I want to say Isla, why do you seek this Eternal Kin?
He's talking to Isla, right?
Correct.
There's more people in this forest. Are you hunting us too, man? I think we've had enough time, like enough of a hard time with like the froghemoth and those goddamn monkeys and
And the butterflies.
butterfly swarm.
You fought
Like-
a froghemoth and lived.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then shortly afterwards, a band of monkeys came after us. And then after that, there was butterflies. We were very stressed, and it's really terrible out here. We're just trying to get some help. There's nowhere to go here. I just want to nap in peace, you know?
Well, I noticed that you guys don't have notice that you all do not have the clothes that would help with this intense heat. You're dressed like people from the city.
Yup.
Yep.
And Felix will pop out and say, "Of course I do." I'm dressed like you peasants.
Felix.
I don't dress like myself.
And Felix would say to him, you know, casualties, thick measuring contest, what do you up? Fast forwarding through that, he would turn to Live and say, "So, you were looking for help in this place. Have you been to the wilds before? You seem very ill prepared."
We were no. We not like this. Not nowhere close. We kind of didn't get a full rundown before we got sent here. I'll say that it was a little bit of a hey, go find them, go do this, and poof, there we were.
A simple question here. What tribe are you from?
My tribe's is House Leviticus, but
What? I'm sorry.
yeah, that's what I thought. He just shakes his head.
And are you all from this house of Leviticus?
No.
What is your tribe?
I'm from the Tailless.
I've never heard of it. He looked on at Rin. And what tribe are you from?
The spider tribe. And she like waves with her.
He says, "Oh
With
my
her leg.
goodness, demon!" Let's take a step back. Rin, roll a charisma check, and you can be as intimidating or as unintimidating as you want, depending on how well you roll.
Unintimidating.
All right. So
I'm just trying to take a nap. I'm groggy.
He sees you and he says, "I am sorry you were cursed with such a affliction."
Yeah, everyone pretty much gives me the same reaction. One of them wanted to chop off my leg, you know.
Oh, like you did my hand.
You wanted me to chop off your hands. I didn't
You really
want
did.
you to chop off my arm.
No, I
Leg.
needed you to chop off my hand. I didn't really want it, but it had to happen.
I mean, they didn't. We could have just carried around the hand.
Well, I see you are of a masochist take of your tribe of Terran.
Masochist.
As he looks at you, and you said you cut off your
I'm
friend's
a-
hands.
I'm other one sadist. Masochist would mean something like I like it. I like when it's chopped off or something.
He looks at Isla. Looks at Isla and he says, "Okay. Well, I am from Mandela. That is my tribe. That is where I am from. That's where I come from. We've been around these parts for many of years. Have you seen any lizard folks?"
No.
Have we?
Tons of... I don't have them.
The things have
Have
the same
you?
parts. Were those? No, those weren't lizard folk.
Lizard folk? Let me know if you have or not. It's your choice. Tell me.
It's your choice. Tell me.
I mean, he's asking.
Just say sure.
It's funny to see Hunter just sitting there and like, he's just sitting there like this. Man, I wish that was. I'm glad that's not me.
Glad I'm not visible.
Oh, I'm just hiding in there. Like, fuck that. That's like a tomorrow problem.
I mean, we've seen plenty of demon and demon spawn and frog creatures and
Weird big ass fish in the river,
snails,
butterflies.
but I don't remember
no, we said
lizards.
46, not lizards. Never mind.
And he looks and he says, "Understood. And you don't serve them, correct? You're not agents of these lizard folk.
No.
No.
Word upon your tribe.
No.
No, you're not going to, or no, I'm gonna swear on your tribe.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll swear it on my tribe. I don't serve the lizard folk.
He turns to Live.
Yeah, I don't serve no lizard folk. I don't know who those people are.
He crouches down to Ren closely because he looks like she's tired, but I'm not gonna speak very loud.
Thank you. No, if I swore in loyalty to them, I wouldn't be floundering in a forest.
That makes sense. Any creature that can stop a frog hemoth, and a company as small as yours must be very powerful. I will just. He looks around and hops on the back of the Allosaurus, and he will roll a dice. He looks and he says, "Well, I am from the city of Aho, it's north of here, a couple of days' journey. You're welcome to accompany me, but looking at your clothes, I don't think you'd make it very far."
City of the what? Sorry?
Behold, I'll put this in chat as he
Mhm.
reaches out and marks it on your map. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. You have gained a location of a valuable city.
Well, you're obviously used to traveling around here.
This is correct.
We need to
Oh.
go
Oh.
that way. She kind of points up the river in the general direction.
Mm-hmm.
Would you recommend going by water or going through the jungle?
Do you have any dinosaur mounts?
No, but those sound fun.
If you had a mount of an allosaur or even a raptor, I would highly recommend the jungle. But seeing as I assume you need to be on your way fairly quickly. Is this accurate? He looks at you.
That is accurate. But speaking of these mounts, do any
Yes.
of the tribes around here like barter for them or anything?
Yes. We accept a variety of things, gems, coins, slaves, whatever you have to offer, as long as it's of equal value.
Right.
How much does a mount cost?
One would accept a fairly old slave, or old slave plus maybe some minor gems, possibly diamonds, and as I'm talking about this, somebody can give me an investigation check as you're trying to process this in actual like money, in like actual currency form. As he's like, well, if you give me 3 batches of rutabagas and with a 13,
An old leather shoe.
as he looks at you, he says, I'm gonna speak. Ali, you recognize that as far as in like current exchange, and like you've had to make deals with pirates and bandits, trading fucking a lucky anchor for a golden doubloon or stuff like that. You've had to make deals with a variety of different means of currency. He's basically asking for 1,000 gold pieces worth of basically currency or value to procure a dinosaur from him.
Right.
They are
Okay.
quite rare. A tame dinosaur takes many years and takes many years of training afterwards. Because they are not naturally trained animals, those that is unskilled in air quotations above table animal handling will have to continue to make checks afterwards while you have it as a mount.
Yeah, it might be a little. It might be a little tough to get enough for the. Live looks around. The 4 of us. Any suggestions on how we can? Oh, I don't know. Get out of this heat long enough to survive for where we're going.
Well, we do have tradesmen at the village that could possibly help with your. He looks at your canoe project. Maybe I could send some if you are willing to trade for their work value, temporary.
Okay. What do you have in mind? What kind of things are you still looking for something like that?
He says,
And then we wait 4 days because you got to get there and then send them back. Is that the thought?
Yeah, it will definitely take around 4 days to get there, and they will come in around 8 to 10 days. But looking at the amount of time it's going to take for you to finish that canoe, I assume you're not in any rush, or you're not have anywhere else to go.
Unfortunately.
He looks at you and he says, he looks at Isla because you don't want to kind of understand what he's saying. About 3 buckets of radishes, an ocelot cub, 16 spears, and an investigation check as you process what he's saying.
An investigation check? What's an what?
Never heard of that.
as he looks at you and he says, okay, so that'll be roughly about 250 gold pieces worth of goods to trade for enough work to finish your canoe. He also says that if you have any other projects that can be negotiated into this contract.
All right. Could we have a moment to discuss?
Certainly. And he kind of says, all right, Maximilius. He backs off on his Allosaurus like a badass because who wouldn't with a fucking dinosaur? He gives you guys a moment to speak.
All right, guys. What do you think? She's going to vocalize it loud enough that she's hoping Hunter can hear. And then she's going to try to tap into that empathetic link to try to pick up on if he's like, okay, or what with it.
All right, Hunter. Isla, give me an insight check, and Hunter, we'll see what kind of information gets put through this link.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
All right, use it or lose it.
Oh, really?
Hunter, with a 15 is enough.
15.
You can kind of put your true feelings as colors or maybe feelings. So I mean, actual like a feeling.
Yeah, what you would have felt from Hunter is apprehension at first, as you would probably felt that when those people arrived. But as you guys began to talk, and it seemed like anything heavy was going on, he kind of lost interest, kind of circled around, and he actually was trying to hunt a little bit.
He's over there. Oh man, that's crazy, guys.
Now about brunch.
He says, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go ahead and cook something right quick. Here, make another. He's like, man, just in case these guys would compromise, I'm gonna make another hut. And he's on another hut like a couple miles away. But yeah, you would kind of feel that from him, Iowa.
All right.
I mean,
well,
do we have 8 to 10 days to wait? I mean, and what kind of time? That's a lot of time.
it's probably going to take us just as long to build it.
Yes, it would.
Okay, so do we pay for something that's going to take just as long to build ourselves?
Oh, but building ourselves is so much work.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, if we have other people to do it,
Such pain.
What do we do for the 8 to 10 days that we sit here and twiddle our thumbs and wait?
Well,
maybe
sure
we
would
can-
help.
yeah, we would help them, but maybe we could go with them to the village. Get a little insight on the area, maybe learn some cultural things, visit a few sites. I'm sure they have historical sites we could check out.
Going to the village was free?
Read a few books.
Couple days to get there. We just got to travel through all this heat without a place to sleep. Although, Brandon, I know you just sleep anywhere, so.
We're just get the meme smell.
If y'all want to do it, let's do it. I mean, I guess we can see about getting some more information about the area, right? Figure out what's up there. It might be nice to have a few more numbers.
What if they have gambling?
I like twitches for a second. Let's go.
We could make money.
Let's go. Let's go.
I would say, Isla, you're like the smart chick. Give me an intelligence check as you process this information. As you try to conduct your thoughts. A eureka moment may happen. With a 13, say you're proficient in this, because it's kind of like a flat roll. So with a 15, what you would learn, what you would kind of come to your mind really, is that while this is happening, we're doing that. You can indeed work on the canoe and stuff until they get here too, speeding up the process as well. Also, another option as well that will come up to you is you can also try to work on different stuff in that time as well. So you can multitask and try to make other things that would aid you in trying to get to where you're going. The canoe is only one aspect of your travel, but you will need, like I said, these guys have special clothing. By special, I mean obviously like moisture and heat resistant clothing that protects you from the heat and like stuff like that. So you would know that you would need to get things, whether here or make them, to protect you from this heat as you travel, or you will suffer because of it.
All right, we could go to the city, which I think is a great idea, or we could be productive and work on other things for our trip. I mean, we could try to hash out that sail, or hash out those oars better, or I don't know. I'm sure the Invisible Man has a list of things we need to be making for this.
What do you guys say in response to this?
Pokes Rin.
Okay.
Hi. Wait.
No.
Wake up.
Questions here.
So you talking to me this whole time?
What?
I was like, wait, I couldn't sleep.
Eyes on me. Eyes on me. What do you want to do?
How long is it from here to the village?
It's about 4 days travel.
Oh, I
4
thought it
days
was
travel?
2 days.
No, it's 4 days there and back.
Oh, there and back. Okay.
So it's 8 days, and then they would come back and help us with the canoe. We're approximately how far into the canoe? Sorry.
I can pop that out for you.
131 to 750.
We're like not even
We're like
there.
a half day of work on this thing.
We only have one workforce, so I would rather. Oh. I'd rather I'll pitch in for that 250 to reach the village. Also, could really use some new clothes underneath the armor. Getting kind of muddy in here.
I can help if you're getting dirty inside there, and he'll just looking at Ren like spin his hands and cast prestidigitation to clean the mud out of the inside of her armor.
All right. Your clothes are clean. You think in about 10 to 15 minutes,
It will be dirty
Mindy
again.
is going to Mindy's nose there.
Look, Felix has.
I've never worn armor. I just give it.
I
Here you
don't
go.
want to know what that soap has been used for. He's had an awful lot of alone time with Live.
Oh, that's true.
Easy, cuz you.
I don't know what he's using soap for. This magic keeps me just clean just fine.
But my vote is still go to the village or work on stuff while they get help from the village.
And also, Hunter, you're getting these feelings from Isla. So I assume you're not kind of hiding your feelings. Do you send any feelings back, or are you just deciding to go ahead and go on a mythical side quest to Darnia?
No, she's trying to like, because they're going back and forth. So she's like, okay, village. Yeah, cool. Work. Ooh, not so much.
Charades.
yeah, she's just like, fuck, happy. Work.
Dude, by the end of the campaign, freaking I'll gonna be proficient in ASL fucking empaths and map techniques.
Yeah, I think Hunter would be like in his element, out in the woods or whatever. So he's like hunting and sees like a rabbit or something. Your thoughts are like hitting him, and he's trying to shake him off. Like you can feel him getting a little angry, like it's upsetting him. It's disturbing him right now.
Like, look, I don't know what's going on with him. He seems angry, but I'm not sure about what. Look, he won't text me back, okay? I don't know what to do.
You're just getting the 3 little dots constantly running across.
It's like Hunter is not accepting calls right now.
He left me on red.
Not the red. Holy. Was it a double text? Did you double text him?
It's like quadruple texting over here.
Oh no, Hunter. Cold-blooded.
No, but the quadruple text is when you're dealing with something crazy.
Yeah, the quadruple text is like, why won't he respond to me? It's like, but really, like, why?
Why are you not responding to me?
We need a freaking plan.
It's like no, it's like it's fine. But as this all is happening in this moment, these guys are just sitting there looking at you. I assume, Isla, you're making strange faces that you're trying to empath these thoughts to Hunter.
She's like over exaggerating her emotions.
She's like making like fucking charade houses in front of her face, like.
One of these other people are looking at her like, is she constipated or is she?
Ren's looking at her like,
Got you.
what the fuck is with this group?
It's like, this is what the Weaver chose. Then she got a bad. But
This was the best the world had to offer.
Gillies would approach and say, "Hey guys, listen, we're the heroes. We're the main protagonists of this story. This is what we need to do. All right, we're gonna go back, liberate the village, make sure they're safe. We're gonna come back with these crafters, and we're gonna make a warship, and then we're gonna take over the entire mountain and seize the day."
That wasn't our job. You know that, right?
Yeah, but heroes do what they want to do because they're heroes.
And you just wanted to sacrifice them.
It was the cost of doing business.
Right. What's it going to cost us doing business with you?
Glory. Possibly our lives, but glory first.
Glory first.
First comes the glory, then comes death, and we already died, so I mean, what's dying twice, right? Come on, guys. I mean, what's the worst that could possibly happen?
You only live once, JK.
YOLO. I mean, Yolt.
It's like I died and I can make a
Yolt. There's the new one, Yolt.
It's like I died 700 years
That
ago.
is our group
Tinder
name now.
program.
The Yolts.
Yikes.
It's like I died. I can make a new Tinder profile. What's up? Back from the dead. You thought I was out in the first round? Psych. But Felix does agree with going to the village, because I think that's what Felix would say, because he likes Live. You haven't said your piece on this. What are you thinking?
Little walkabout. I'll take a walkabout. I mean, I heard casino. I'm good. Let's go.
As you say that, I come up behind you and tap you. Where we're going?
Get your Oh my God! Where did you come from?
Well, I was trying to do some hunting, but I kept getting disturbed mentally. He just cut his eyes over it really fast.
Why, you got an itch again or something?
Oh, hungry.
Which we could solve.
So we got a dilemma here. We got a dilemma, Hunter. We can take about a 4-day walkabout to a village with those people. Get a craftsman to come back and help us build all this shit, so that way you don't got to do it all. Because obviously, I'm no damn help. Because I'm no damn help.
Say no more. Let's go.
He said, "Fuck, dude."
I'm free.
Don't even need the rest.
And look, we could have solved this sooner if you would have answered.
I'll look at it. That's all you had to say.
I don't know how this works. I don't know how to convey emotion into do you want to go to the village or do you want to keep working?
You see the guy steps up and says, it's been about 15 minutes. Are we doing this or not?
Yeah. Okay, you good if we just travel with you to the village so we can...
Certainly.
Okay.
Sounds good. Meet the rest of my traveling brigade. This is One Eye Silent Arrow. She says, "Row."
One Eye Silent.
Yes. And this is her sister, Sister Harmony. He says, "Wow." And
Could I get these names in? The
yes,
chat
you
for
can.
Spelling, please and thank you.
Sister
I
Harmony
can spell
and
Harmony, but
I was like, that one we got. Salinero.
the first one got me a little.
hold on. Damn it, I didn't write it down. Hold on. It's Silent Arrow. Fuck, what did I say?
I don't know.
It was
I wrote Salinero.
Silent arrows, but I heard.
Salmonella.
Oh no, I forgot. Damn it. Okay, well,
Here,
just
this is what I wrote.
Bad DM.
I forgot to write it down.
You're getting
Honestly.
sprayed again.
All right. So yes. So Sister Harmony, and let me check my notes here.
Salmonella.
That's how I spelled whatever he said.
Wow, it was Silent Arrow. Silent Arrow. Salmonella. Holy. Oh my goodness, Jeepers Creepers.
That's on you.
It's on me. I was like, okay,
It
guys.
can't be me if two people heard it wrong.
Yeah, right? Thank you.
That caffeine got you dropping syllables, bro.
Yeah, dude, I'm jittery, man. I'm jittery, dude. I mean, what is rising again? I'm like,
Yeah, like Salinero. Silent arrow slurred.
It's like jitter. He says, this is my sister here, Cassandra. And this is my cousin, Badado. And I'll put that in chat because that's actually different.
Badado?
What?
Did they mention the name of the village?
Behold.
Yes.
Could I also get that in the chat, please?
I did.
VELHULL.
There. Oh.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Behold.
The I is silent. And he says, please, keep all hands and feet inside at all times on this trail.
And sorry, what was your name, sir? The mounted dude up on the dino. What was your name? Sorry.
I am the chosen of my tribe. People just call me the chosen.
Okay.
He looks at Hunter fucking with this fucking Twiler laugh. As he looks at you, he says, is he okay?
No.
Yeah, just don't get him laughing too hard. It'll wake everything up in like a 10-mile radius.
Okay. He says, all right, everybody get behind, and don't wander off. I am not responsible for your souls in the afterlife if you get haunted by the undead that prowl these lands at night.
Oh my god, there's undead.
I'm gonna walk over to Live and whisper in his ear.
Ren, we are undead.
I'm not gonna call another man the chosen.
We're alive now.
Hunter, just call him Dino Dude. You're good.
Oh, I do that.
Call him Cho.
Felix says, all right, let's get this party started. Listen, we're going to get some booze. We're going to get the party. Listen.
We're going to hit some craps tables.
Felix is going to lean over to Live and say, listen, if you thought that Faye chick was hot, imagine village chicks.
Have you seen the village people?
I just have a feeling.
They're all
about
dudes, right?
What? They're all dudes?
Felix, that should not bother you at all.
What do you mean by that? Does he look at you strangely? Finally picking up on. He's finally passed his mental insight check to figure out what you're talking about. What do you mean by that?
She's just gonna kind of like point a finger back and forth between him and Live, like, yeah.
We're friends.
Yeah,
We're
okay,
friends.
you're
With
friends.
benefits.
Y'all disappear together all the time.
He looks at you.
It's because we're the only ones willing to walk at least 5 feet from the camp.
Oh, and that's right. Yeah, that's right. Live, he gets behind you. Yeah. Right, Live.
What he
Right.
said.
You would defend him.
What he said. Yeah. Listen, y'all don't want to step out. Y'all are scared. Listen, because we're the Tieflings, we get it done around here. Hunter just builds stuff, but we get it done. Listen, we're explorers, we're adventurers. We can't be scared. Just because y'all are scared to hang out with each other and express our undying devotion doesn't mean that we can't.
Ugh.
You're just proving our point.
Just because you're not comfortable with who you are doesn't mean that we have to be. Right, Live? Use your
Fine,
fist.
do I?
Seeing Ren still not get up from her napping spot, I'm going to cast the floating disc underneath her and drag her along.
You see the Chosen look behind and says, is she like bedridden?
Sort
I
of.
got up to talk to her earlier.
She just
narcoleptic.
likes to sleep.
He says, oh, she must be sick. Please, hop on the back of my Maximilius. Can
Well,
you
don't
walk?
mind if I do.
Please take off your armor. And he looks at you very strangely with the million spikes coming out of your armor.
It'll be like 5 minutes.
And he sits there.
Or 1 minute.
It's like, this is,
I don't know how long it takes, but
it takes 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, dude.
10 minutes.
He's like, all right.
Would you like me to carry your armor in the bag, Ren?
Oh yeah. Oh wait, then it doesn't keep that gunmetal color. Oh, whatever,
Turn
it's fine.
blue.
Oh, do you want to put it in there?
They're
I think
not even matching anymore.
I was gonna say they must have storage on the dinosaurs, so just throw it in their storage.
Yeah. And the dinosaur does have saddlebags. If you want to put it in, that's totally fine. They would ask to wrap it up first because that thing is it looks very uncomfortable.
Can do.
And he says, all right, hop on the magic dinosaur and let's roll. Dun, 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 dun. As you guys are traveling.
School bus guys.
We're on the magic dinosaur. As you guys are traveling here, to kind of fast forward to this, we're going to. None of you guys have any way to protect yourself from this intense heat. They have kind of clothing, so I mean, you guys can rest in their tents, their traveling tents, which does kind of help against that. I would say y'all will get advantage because y'all still are exposing yourself to intense heat for 90% of the day. So I would like for everyone to make 4 con saves at advantage. Don't roll less than a 13.
I'll just wait for you guys to finish first.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
I rolled 1 under a 13.
Hunter has 2. Oh my, Hunter's tired.
He's been working.
Okay. I'll give Felix some love as well.
Wow.
And you're not even walking.
My last 2 were great. It's a transition period, you know?
Like, so you have advantage, Ren. So you make all of them.
Oh.
I'm not sure what somebody's calling somebody.
Hello.
Message.
Then I make all of them too. Woohoo!
Yeah. You got the advantage. Yeah. You make all of them. I think Hunter failed 2 of them because he had an 8 and an 11. Everybody else and Isla failed.
Yeah, I failed 1.
Okay. Figs and fill any of them. So you can look out there. This being said, I will roll one encounter roll because you guys are a fairly large group, and the only thing that will attack you will be very large and dangerous creatures.
Great.
So,
Here comes his nat 1.
actually, I'll give it to you. Hunter, give me a D20 roll, sir.
1d20.
11. Okay.
That was the one number you didn't want to roll, Hunter. That was the one number.
No,
I thought it was 8.
It's 8 and 17 up is really the big ones. You don't want to roll 8. 8 is a cursed number in our campaigns. It's cursed. But yeah, it's pretty uneventful. You see various creatures maybe kind of stalk you, but like I said, you guys have like 10 people here. You guys ain't nothing to fuck with. And you guys would get to Valhalla fairly safely. 4 days does pass. You guys get the benefit of a short rest on each one of them, so you guys can recover anything that would recover in a short rest. But because you guys aren't resting in a comfortable shelter, you do not get all your resources back. It's been 4 more days. Let me mark that on the calendar. Because
Did we get any kind of hunting or anything while we were out there, or are we just taking 4 rations?
They would have been trying to go as quickly as possible. It seemed like you guys are trying to actually accomplish your goal because this wasn't their issue. So if you guys wanted to, but it wouldn't have been a lot of time to do that, as they're kind of going at a breakneck speed to get there as well.
Yep, no worries.
I would just say 4 rations. You guys have them. If not, you can definitely buy some from them. They have dried. What is it? What is the Native American dried rations called? A persimmon? Not persimmon. Persimmon. Persimmon.
Persimmon?
The is that what it's called? No, that's what it's called. The dried that. You look it up, you'll find it. But yeah, they have that stuff. And you can definitely buy some from them at the same price as you would a ration by just trade goods.
This is for the manticore things.
Yep. Okie dokie. And you guys get there. Let me move you over on the map. To the hole, as you guys have discovered a new map. Dun, dun, dun. New location. Who this? Can you guys see the map?
No.
Little bits and pieces of it. There he is. Cool.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
You get to this map. It is a large kind of village here. It's still a village, so it's probably maybe 200 people here. It's fortified with log, like wall, seemingly protects. There are several guards as well. You see various buildings here. You see a stable, several stores here, in this area here, and the actual village is much bigger, but this is the most part. There's like other houses as well, but they're kind of irrelevant. But this is kind of the major hub of the city. It's the city of Valhalla. As you enter with the Chosen and his tribe, and his group, you are met by the guard that says, "Chosen, who are these people behind you?" And it would say, "These people have come to hire tradesmen from our village to complete their canoe. They felled a frog hemoth." And the guard looks back at the group and says, "She." As he
What did he say?
He said, "She." As he looks at you all, you really failed a frog hemoth?
We did.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
And then it got attacked by a whole bunch of these monkey-looking, creepy-looking things, but...
Then they got
Bantu?
eaten by butterflies.
You fought
Like
the Bantu as
snail?
well?
No, we didn't fight them. We let them eat the frog hemoth. So they didn't attack us.
Well, if you can fill a frog hemoth, you're welcome in here. We hate those things. They took several guard members a couple of months ago when one got too close to the village. We lost 2 men that
Hey, y'all got a casino in here somewhere?
interrupting him.
Like, I hate to interrupt, but
A what? As he looked at you.
Gambling house.
People gamble in the tavern if you're asking.
Can I go to the tavern?
You're welcome in the city as long as the chosen allows it. And the chosen looks and says, certainly. If you're trying to hire a tradesman, you might want to go to. One second.
Oh, that's right. We have plans. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
As he looks at you and says, I assume you wanted to handle those things, but fair enough. If you wanted to hire a tradesman, just go to the general goods store. And you would see the general goods store would be. Right here. Sorry. Right here. And it'll just be the general goods store on the sign there. And he would say, just go there. Talk to Maisley. She will get you situated with some tradesmen as well. You can please explore. We have a tavern here. We have several people as well with stable that we hold our dinosaur-like mounts, as horses are terrible here. Their hooves get caught up in the marshy parts of the jungle and break legs, but dinosaurs are much stronger and much better able to handle the environment. We do sell rations as such. We do have a mill. We also have places to trade goods here as well of various sorts outside of the general goods store. And if anything else you need, please, you can also see the mayor as well. They might have something for you to do as well. And
what about a tailor? Because I know there's a lot of us here that need some different clothing for this heat.
If you go to the general goods store, the weaver usually sells her goods to the general goods store on Maisley, and she sells them there.
Perfect.
Is there anything else you might need that I can assist you with?
Do you have anybody who dabbles in?
No, I do not know the Muffin Man.
Right.
The Muffin Man?
I'm sorry, go ahead. I had to do that. I was like, do you know? And it's like, I'm sorry.
Isla looks at Felix. No pie. Do you have anyone who dabbles in like potion making, possibly, or magical affairs?
There is a hag, and roll an investigation check as he says this. There's a hag that lives a little bit outside of town. With that 12, you know that hag is a universal term, well, not a universal, a term that has different meanings. It may mean an actual hag. It also may mean a medicine woman as well. Tori Crumb. He says there's a hag that lives a couple hundred feet from the city, and she collects herbs and such. She sells some of her goods inside of the general goods store as well, but I think she keeps some of her best wares possibly inside of her own hut, as Maisley doesn't typically buy things that aren't good for most people. Basic tinctures, poison cure kits, and various minor healing concoctions.
How about a place to get out of the heat?
We do have a tavern. It doesn't have any rooms or beds here. We don't get very many travelers here. But we can offer, you can buy heat-resistant tents here that would help protect you against the heat.
Okay.
They will not completely get rid of above table here. He explains to you, they will not completely get rid of the exhaustion rolls, but they will give you advantage on them to help you handle it better while you're traveling. So you don't have to build a comfortable shelter every single time when you travel, but you will have to make checks.
Alrighty. Well, should we get on with it? Get what we gotta get, what we came here to get, and
Go to the tavern after.
at least have a little drink.
He looks at you and says, if you're looking to partake, please, because of your great company, I will say the first round is on me.
Excellent.
Hey, thank you, good sir.
Looks and he says, I must be off. It's been a weary day. I will meet you in the tavern.
Aye.
All right.
Aye, Captain.
He seems like a nice man.
Yeah, it's not. We haven't met a whole lot of people that were quite like that so far in this place, have we?
No, I haven't. What's everybody need to get?
The guards look at you and say, you can enter the city if you like. You don't have to stand there. Above table, it's just fucking around. You guys can stay there. But he's like looking at you like you must. If you like to enter the city, you must press the X button.
Where to first, y'all? What do we need?
We definitely need more rations as well.
Yes, I'm down to 1 for myself.
Same thing.
I'm out.
Oh shit.
I have 2. Well, general store, it sounds like is a good spot to start, huh?
What time of day is it?
It is early in the morning. So it's about 7. Not early, but it's morning, 7 o'clock.
Okay.
General store sound like a good place to start.
Yeah, sounds like a great place to start.
Alrighty.
All right. If you guys want to move over to the general goods store.
That was here, right?
Hold on.
Down here?
Somewhere.
Yes, it is. Let me open that for you. Elite fancy. Well, yeah, you guys can enter it right here. Yes, I didn't guess we with the wall going. That's not how that's supposed to work. It's like, all right, I forgot to turn on enforced blinds. Dub, that's a dub. There we go. All right, I ran into probably stuck. There you go. And people's like, hold on, wait a second, this cave's getting caught in all the dirt as he rushes over. He rushes over to you guys, and as you guys enter, you would see a cat-like woman. She has white fur, spots all over in various spots. She wears the same kind of heat-resistant, moisture-resistant clothing like everyone else. She wears a hood over her head. You think probably to protect herself from the heat and the sun. And she says, "Welcome to Maisley's General Goods Store." And she looks at you.
Hi there. How? I think wait, what are we looking for? We need what? Tents, clothes, food?
Rations, hand axes. I have a question about a sword.
Water skins?
Most important things, food, water. And then the clothes, maybe?
Food, water, shelter.
Heat-resistant clothes here in trade are worth 10 gold per set of clothing. So for each of you all, looks like there's 5 of you. Will be 50 gold total for heat-resistant clothes. This will help you better handle the heat. And above table, this will give you a +5 to con saves against the heat. Obviously, so it will help. So you'll have with the heat with this and the tent, you would have advantage and a +5 against exhaustion rolls in the jungle.
What about how many people will fit in your tents anyway?
They scale. So they go from small, which is 1, and it goes to medium, which is 2, large is 4, huge is 10, and colossal is 20.
How much is the is a huge one?
A huge one is about 500 gold pieces.
Woo! How much is it for the 1-person one?
Or the 2-person one?
Or even the 2-person?
The 2-person one is 100 gold pieces.
How much is it for the 1-person one?
It says 60 gold pieces.
Wee.
If you're possibly strapped for coin, as it sounds like you are, there are odd jobs that you can take in the tavern, and maybe asking the mayor. You seem very capable, as you are armed to the teeth. As she looks at all of you.
Yeah, we need to buy all this stuff. We might need to do, at least I know I might need to do something to get a little coin or
Get the clothes, the
Yep.
food, the water first, and then we'll
Yep.
do jobs. Come back for tents.
sounds
and
good.
Other stuff.
Food rations. How much are what is I think is it 10 or
It-
10 gold for 10 rations, and is it a gold a ration?
So she would tell you here, rations here are actually very cheap, as we have a large abundance of food to pull from here. She would tell you that rations, instead of being, I believe it's 5 silver apiece, rations here are 1 silver apiece.
1 gold for 10. All right, I'm going to pull out. I'll pull out the 50 gold to start with and buy everybody
Put it in the party loot.
clothes.
Put it in
Huh?
the party loot.
How much is left? Is still in there?
We have nothing in the party loot for rations.
No,
What about
he
for
meant-
no for gold?
Yeah.
183. Can we buy like
Well, it's 1 gold for 10, so it would be 5 gold for 50, which is 10 for each of us.
yeah? that's
Keep in
fine for
mind that
now.
every single set of 10 will take up an inventory slot in your bag of holding.
Fine.
We don't have that
Yeah.
much in there right now.
Yeah,
I
that's fine.
literally have I literally have my coat and 24 arrows.
Now, I'm just letting you know because you guys are going to be buying stuff, and so I'm just
Yeah.
letting you know that this is
Yeah.
just the units of measurement. That's all.
So I have 50 rations. I've deducted the money already.
Okay.
Water.
And then the clothes. Are we gonna take the clothes out of that too?
I think we should do clothes separately because they're. How much was it each?
10
gold
10 a
apiece.
person.
10 a person. Oh, okay, no, that's fine.
So that should be 55 gold out of it total so far.
Yep.
And then water, how much for extra water skins? Filled extra water skins?
She would tell you that there are water skins. We don't usually buy them filled. If you're looking to buy water, we sell that by the barrel.
How much for a barrel of water?
A barrel of water is 10 gold pieces.
How many above table, how many uses are in
So in a
Barrel of
barrel of water, as far as uses, it is about I would say about 50.
barrel of water? Just 1 barrel for now? Keep it the same as rations? Yay, yay.
It was 10
Also the-
gold.
It was 10
Yeah,
gold.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 10 gold. Also as well, because if you do store it in the bag of holding, because it stops it doesn't stop the thing from deteriorating, but because there's nothing to deteriorate water. You know how water can get stale from the fucking bacteria and stuff to get into it. There's no bacteria in your bag of holding.
Right.
So it doesn't it won't deteriorate from bacteria and such, or allergy and such, which would typically happen. So you don't have to worry about that either.
Because I'm assuming if we're buying it, that it's all going in the bag of holding, so I'm typing it all into my bag
Yep.
of holding. So
Right. Just
Oh,
keep,
I'm putting it
just
in
keep
the
track of.
spreadsheet.
Yeah, just keep track of how
that's
many
why
slots.
I'm doing it for myself, so I know my
How
for
many
the bag.
slots are gone?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is
Right.
that barrel considered a slot, or because of the size for 50, do you want it to be 5 slots?
So you have 50 things are 5. The barrel would count as 2
2? Okay.
slots.
Awesome.
And you spend 10 gold pieces each for, or buy the loot, whatever, part of it, whatever. Once you get clothing, are you guys buying any tents?
I think we decided we're gonna look to do a couple odd jobs before we.
Okay.
We're gonna go talk to the mayor before we're gonna come back. Hold a couple of tents for us.
But if Isla wants to take a look at her fancy swords, she can go about that.
Yep.
Okay. Well, the city is yours, she says, and thank you for your patronage. and she will each hand you all an apple for your patronage.
Ooh, thank you.
Thanks.
I said, no, thank you, she says, and she counts your gold pieces.
Ella? Sword?
Oh, right.
Stabby, stabby.
Stabby. Do you happen to trade? I've got a spare sword that I've thought about getting rid of, but I don't know exactly what its value would be here.
Please, let me see the sword. We definitely could use swords here. Getting metal here is actually quite difficult. Above table, you think that? Well, actually, give me an investigation check, Isla. You wield and deal some stuff for being definitely a pirate chick. You think that you could easily mark up this long sword at 1.5 times its value because you notice very few things are made out of actual metal here. Things are typically made out of stone, wood, and like clay.
Okay. So she'll pull out her moon-touched sword. I don't remember what it was exactly.
Moon-touch rapier.
Yeah, the rapier. So I've got this. Would this be something anyone in the village might have an interest in?
And she sees it, her eyes go wide. Meow. Is that a magical sword?
A little bit. I mean, it just lights up what I'm hitting a little.
Wow. We can use this to fight the demon apes. Hunt. What is it that, how much would you want for that weapon? You don't have to roll insight. She seemed very interested in this weapon.
What does a typical rapier go for?
So typical rapier goes for about like 20, 25. Magical weapons, especially common level, tend to go for 100 DP or something like that from generally. But you can charge whatever price you feel is accurate. You do feel as if she is extremely interested in this weapon. You might use that or not use that to your advantage. Anyway, you seem good.
Well, I was thinking, since it's really hard to find, perhaps we could trade it for the tent, one of the larger ones that would hold all of us, and a handful of hand axes.
She would extend her hand out immediately. That is done.
Excellent.
As you're reaching out to her hand, give me an insight check. With the 16, you feel as if their lack of access to metal weapons, plus the fact that this is a magical weapon, what you've noticed is that so far you've didn't see anyone with any kind of magical or anything really near close to this value of item. You see you've seen casters here, but they don't have super fantastical staves or any more magical weapons. You feel as if, as compared to her, what you're selling for is a steal. As you attempt to shake her hand.
Well, actually.
One more thing.
Yeah, it's like, do you happen to have anything here? I don't know what else we need, guys. Above table.
As you see, you're kind of.
Another 1,000 gold.
I don't know that they have gold.
Why don't you save it for them?
As you paid in goods, you see she definitely had gold pieces here.
There.
But she accepted your
God. Do we need anything else?
What else is in the general store? Is there anything that looks like As she's doing that, walking around, is there anything that just sort of like stands out as being could be useful in this environment we're in?
I'm gonna say you're gonna be helping Hunter because I assume Hunter's gonna look at you, try to look out for survival stuff, and be like, he doesn't know what he's looking for.
I'm staring at it cross-eyed, absolutely.
Yeah.
Pre-made boat, anything.
He looks at you. So either Hunter, you can help out Lab, or Lab, you can help out Hunter this time. But I assume you guys helping him out at this point. This is just.
Oh, I'll definitely. If is this like an investigate? Like, what kind of check is this?
This is a survival check because
Yeah.
I'm allowing you to help him because you being from the city, you know how to wheel and deal goods. You just don't know what goods you need to wheel and deal.
Yeah.
Ooh, with a nat 20.
That's when we need it, baby.
That's when you fucking need it. That's how you need it. So, you would see this
Light infantry tactical machine gun.
Tank in the corner.
It's like,
want
hold
that.
on, wait a second. It's a fucking
What a
gravity
pistol.
hammer here. What the fuck is this? No. What you would see specifically is something very strange. You would see, indeed, small single-seater kind of looking canoe-looking, not canoe, like sail kind of shit. So like a single-seater, like Waterworld, like Kevin Costner shit. You know what I'm saying? With the fucking like that. And what you would see as well, this was sent up to you as well, is is several antitoxin stuff. You definitely think that being a jungle, there is a variety of poisons that may or may not affect you in the near, not so distant future. That would catch your eye. Hunter, specifically, you being a ranger and a well-traveled and well-hunted person, you think that even though this isn't your native terrain, it is like one step away from it. You would know that very dangerous and very poisonous things tend to live in these kind of environments. Having antitoxins can be very valuable, as some poisons do not just go away after a minute or second. Some do last days.
Yeah, I would say to the shopkeeper, I see you have a lot of antitoxin here. What is the most common threat in the jungle when it comes to poisons?
She would look at you and say, let me tell you, and I'm just gonna here. There are a couple of things here. She says there are drun creatures. Somebody can roll me a history check or a nature check, as she mentions these creatures.
Ooh.
With a nat 1, no when to
That's
hold
that
'em.
advantage.
Oh, it is. You better not know when to hold them. As with a 16, you learn that Grun are small tree-like humanoids that live in very hot jungle/tropical environments. These creatures here are known for their very poisonous touch and the fact that they can produce various different kinds of poisons depending on the color of their skin, from red, yellow, blue, green. They're highly poisonous and highly effective at pack-like tactics, using their abilities to swarm smaller foes with various traps like a kobold, but much more poisonous. But they tend to be less crafty than kobolds in general. That's what you also as well, what you know as far as poison, various large snakes, she would say, live here as well, that are highly poisonous. The Kayati, which is similar to the frog-like critter you fought before, also some of them tend to use poison weapons as well, that you should probably be wary about. And there are also the orc tribes as well that live nearby that use poison-tipped weapons as well in battle. And these all tend to do a variety of different poisonous effects that we have to keep this prepped. We have 9 cases of it so far on stock.
Aces?
Not cases, 9 bottles of antitoxin.
Woo! I was like, case is dope.
Like, let's just take a case.
And as Hunter is just mentioning the antitoxins to the shopkeep, Live's gonna. Isla, I'm seeing a sale over here. Come look at this quick.
All right. Just go look at it. Like, okay. So, could we get this?
What are
I'm
you
like,
going to?
the single-seater thingy-mabob, or whatever the sale's attached to, and 5 of the antitoxins as well.
You would also see sales here as well. So I forgot to mention that.
And a sale.
You would also see ores here as well.
And 2 sets of oars.
No. We got them skulls. Remember?
Okay, fine. A sail, the little single dinghy thing, 5 antitoxins, the big tents, and a couple of hand axes.
All right. She says.
And the rations.
Where
Oh, we already bought
We
those.
bought those.
How did we?
I just got to the part. I was like, wait, hold on. We brought rations.
We do what?
Uh,
Where the
no,
fuck do we get rations?
We've already paid for 50 rations, a
And the
barrel
clothes.
of water, and the clothes. This is everything else is.
She would extend her hand to you and says, "That seems like a more fair trade to me, and I would agree." She extends her hand a lot more slowly this time out than before.
I will kind of shake her fingers like, you almost got me there. A little rusty on my negotiating skills. And she'll shake her hand.
And she says, as it seems like, and this is that. She says, it seems like you will be at least here a while longer. Keep in mind, if you're ever near here again, I would be happy to trade. And seeing as you did indeed, I've heard, slayed a frog hemoth, I will throw in an extra hand axe for free. And
thank you. Are we putting this on the party loot, or is this on your loot right now?
The hand axes Isla was going to take.
she
I'm
is going
assuming that a lot of that stuff's going to try to get stuffed in the bag of holding because we're not going to try to carry it.
Yeah, some of the stuff you can't carry.
So if you want to just throw into the chat how many
Besides-
spaces those will take up, I can drop it in.
Isla, she gives you 15 hand axes.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Damn.
Here we go. Here, so you guys asked for a large chain, correct?
Hey, can we sell
Yeah, the
5
one
of the
that-
hand
the-
axes back to her?
The huge,
Oh, the huge. Okay, well, then-
right? Yeah, we want the
Was
10
it-
people, so it's just one tent.
Okay, so
The huge tent holds 10
We
people.
didn't
Yeah,
want to
because
do.
the one
we
below
build
that only
tents?
held
4.
4. So
okay. Okay, so the huge tent is going to take up 20 slots.
okay.
And the sail is only going to take up 1 slot. And what else did you get?
How much was the huge tent again?
The huge tent, as far as cost, was free, but it was 400 gold pieces.
We got the little single seat canoe thingy.
I'm gonna say that would also be another 20 slots. That's a literal fucking sail float canoe thing. So if you want to put it in, you can. Those have 20 slots.
Yep, that's fine.
I can carry the tent if we need room.
Nope. I'm good.
No, you cannot carry the tent. The tent is huge. The tent. So think of like a massive crate. So see what kind of pull it out, and this thing is about 5x5 block. You're very strong, 100% very strong. But it's no way you can carry this and also walk consistently. You'd be very, very tired. This thing is every bit of like 500 pounds.
Is there anything else that needs to go in there?
Is it?
You said so right now in what I put in there was the huge tent, the sail, and the canoe,
The
And then
rations.
I have.
and the
How many
rations
hand
and the
axes you're
water.
not gonna carry?
Oh, I'll carry all of them. Like her whole bag is just filled with hand axes. Clang, 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 clang.
She says, I do sell bandoliers for those things if you like.
How much is that?
Bandoliers are 10 gold pieces.
Alright, I will give you 10 gold pieces for that.
Bandoliers allow you to store 2 axes where you can draw them as a free action.
Cool.
So, but only 2. So you can't just spam them like a true thrown weapon fighter. You can definitely pull 2.
Was there anything else that you traded for in that for your sword?
The antitoxins.
How many of the antitoxins did we get?
5.
5.
Probably,
Do you want those in the bag of holding, or do you want those on people?
Let's put them on if something happens.
Yeah, we
Takes
should
one.
each take
You want to
one.
each take one antitoxin?
Okay, I'll put some other remind Felix that he has one.
Will do.
Okay. If you guys want anything else possibly that you might need, like she does sell various goods for survival or anything like that, so this is your chance to buy anything that may help you in your journey. Even if you don't now, just think about that as you're kind of perusing the city if you want to come back. Because you can definitely come back, but this will help you not have to craft everything that might come up in your journey.
Do you happen to have any healing potions or any healing liquid or anything around here?
We have some healing tinctures here. Air quotations, that's above. That's basically what the amount of healing potion is. She says, I have on hand here 4.
And how much do you charge for those?
It says, these minor tinctures only charge about 35 gold pieces each.
You know what? We can always use those. I'll take all 4 of those.
Okay. These work like standard healing potions. So you get 4 healing potions.
And I'm gonna hand them out to all of it, so you guys will each get a healing potion.
I have 2 already.
Oh,
Yeah,
you do?
Yeah.
I have 2.
You have 2. Do you have 2? Brand, how many do you have?
Apparently I have none.
So I'll hand you 2 of them.
Thank you.
I'll give. I'll take the other 2 for now, and then I'll just remember to give one to Felix.
Sounds good.
Does Felix have any on the sheet?
Let me pull out my handy dandy notebook and figure this out. Oh. No, he does not.
Alright. Give him throw one if you're in there, throw one on his sheet.
Okay. And just remind him to forget me from the
Yep.
Okie dokie. And he says, she says, Maisie says, thank you for your patronage. I will give this sword to the guard captain as a gift. Slay those damn apes.
We're just giving it away for free.
Ren, roll a insight check. As you either say this or process this fact. With a 13, it does sound strange, but you think that this is more like the Wild Wild West, right? If a shopkeeper has a very powerful gun, he could probably sell it, but the things that are coming to kill him, he might need protection from these things. It was better served to give the biggest gun to the scariest guy, so the bad guys don't buy the biggest gun and kill the only guy protected. And yeah, he says, thank you for your patronage, and I will say, and she will kind of reach in her pocket and begin writing on a piece of paper, and she would hand it to Isla, who's the one who's doing most of this business, and says, this is a recommendation from me to the mayor of your patronage and assistance. This may help you in negotiation for anything you might do for the mayor.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
She nods
Take
and-
it and tuck it in a pocket or something.
And he says, well, if that is all, I will return to organizing my wares.
All right, everybody out. Where are we going to next?
Where would you guys like to go? As you guys
What
think
time of
about
day is
this, it is time. It's looking like time for a break. as we will take a 15-minute break and come right back as the group explores the city hidden in the jungle, the hole, and discover that not only do they need money, but they need more money and
Money, money, money,
resources
money.
to get the shit they need. This quest to deal with to get to the place and become a quest in and out of itself. And we will see you guys back in 15. Hold on to your hats as we finish this shopping session. Possibly combat, not sure.
Say it.
And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crickets of all sizes and whatever. We are back, and I believe the party was leaving the general store of Maisley's as they had gotten some goods, sold some goods, and started filling up some of those bag of holding inventory slots.
Yep.
So,
Sure were.
where are we gonna go now?
Well, they said something. If we just spent a bunch of money, if we want to make some coin, they said there's jobs. The mayor might have a job. And didn't they say something about the tavern having some posted jobs?
Yeah, something about a board or something at the tavern.
If the mayor has jobs, you think they would pay more?
Possibly.
It's a great question.
We do have this letter of recommendation now.
I mean, it is still fairly early, right? Still fairly early in the morning. We got all day.
7:45 a.m.
We could go do some work and then go unwind. I would also like to walk through the stable. I'm just really curious what sort of creatures they have in there.
Where we plan on sleeping at tonight?
We'll have a tent.
So outside the city?
You do know that this village does have a tavern, but the tavern does not have rooms.
Correct.
It's not an inn, it's a tavern.
Yeah, they told us when we walked in. The guard dude said that they don't have an inn, so yeah, we're gonna have to hoof it.
Like we've been doing. So
Yep.
I think
You
we'll
guys
be
have
okay.
A much better tent now. You have a balling. It's a big tent. Big things.
So what's the plan? Tavern, mayor. Where are we going? I mean, I could always use a drink, but
It won't. I don't. Maybe we won't be that many people in there this early. In the tavern. If we want to, see what the locals are like, maybe a little later there. Maybe we should see the mayor.
all right, let's roll.
If I was the mayor, where would I be? And I just started looking around.
Do you want to roll an insight check?
Building.
And above table, a little pink beam of light flashes across the map.
It's over here.
Ding, ding, ding. You must check your mini-map. Please check your mini-map. Let me see here with... yeah, give me an insight check on her. If you're trying to...
My insight sucks, guys. So.
Let's see what happens. Hunter. With a 9. Yeah, you feel like mayors be in town. They don't leave town very
Hunter, you're not used to city life, like town stuff, are you?
No.
It's a bit different than tracking animals.
Yes.
What were you looking? You're looking for the mayor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What looks like the most like of the buildings here? What building looks like the most regal building in the town?
What do you mean regal?
The guard would say, yeah, so the mayor's house is right here.
Oh my god, there's a guard we could have asked, like, standing right beside us.
Like,
Hunter's looking around.
as you guys are leaving, it's like a guard right here. You're like, yeah, if you want to guard, the mayor's house is at. The mayor's house is like right over here.
Let's roll. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it.
Oh, okay. I work here part time, so that's fine.
On the door.
And what you would notice as well too that these people don't have iron weapons. They seem to have obsidian weapons, or made out of dragon glass. If you know, you know.
Ooh. I want some of that.
Hey, And you see the guard would kind of look at you and says, I see you are the new folks in town. You come to speak to the mayor.
Have Maisley, I think if her name is Maisley, or the general store.
Maisley, yes.
Maisley, yeah.
That is her true name.
Nah, making sure that it wasn't like, a family name or something, but well, maybe that's just me. Anyway, we said that the mayor might have some work for people, and we figured maybe we'll go give it a shot, see what happens.
Yes. Mayor Mardell is indeed seeking people that can handle themselves and can complete some things that can get in the way between us and the guards. I would ask to take your weapons before you enter for the safety and security of the mayor.
Take our weapons?
I'll wait
Yes.
outside.
Okay.
Here, live, take this paper. I'm not giving up my weapons. I'll be out here.
Okay. I'm going to take the sacrificial knife. I'm going to try to sleight of hand sacrificial knife into the bag of holding.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Okay.
I'm roll. He's a +2 to this.
Oh.
He looks at you as he sees you begin to put it in there. He smiles and says, just to be safe, I'll take that too. It looks like a butter knife, but just to be safe.
Ooh.
All right. Sounds good. Turn it around, hand it over to him. Be careful. Just be careful with that.
He nods and says, and you, lady, he looks at Rin.
She drops the axe now? Alright.
She's a walking weapon.
He looks and says, okay, do you have any other weapons on you?
Looks at the armor, points at the armor. It's like
Okay,
all
fair.
spiky.
Fair enough.
I can't do anything about the spikes, man. They're a part of me.
Okay.
I also can't do anything about the legs. They're also a part of me.
He says, I am sorry for your curse. Please forgive me for being rude. Please,
A walking pity train.
enter.
Rin, you ready? Let's roll.
Fails.
Oh.
Fails successfully is literally written in this. It's like, all right. He's like, I can't give you these, but still dangerous.
I complied.
Just like, Ren, you do enter here, and you see a familiar face.
They're chosen.
No, you see Charles from the Silver Flame camp that you met a long
Charles!
time ago.
Charlie!
He says, wait, is it you? I'm glad you made it out of the camp. I'm very glad. It was almost sieged. It was sieged. I'm glad you made it out. I heard that you were the first to clear the passageway for the women and children to flee. I congratulate and thank you for doing such.
Oh,
Saved many lives.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, once we knew we had to come and let her know. I mean, that was having that note from Kay. When we saw that, it was like, hey, you guys got to bail. Go.
He looks at.
How'd you get here?
He attempts to shake your hand live, and he looks at Rand and would attempt to shake your hand, and then he sees the spikes and stuff, and he's like, "Thank you for your work. Really appreciate that." I am
Last
here.
time he saw me, I was underneath a dead grid.
He's like, okay. He looked at you and says, "I am here on diplomatic mission on behalf of the Silver Flame camp to try to procure favor with this village. It's one of the few villages that are left that are not beneath the thumb of Lord Boros. But time is of the essence."
So, diplomatic mission. What are you trying to get like refugees here to protect them, or what do you mean diplomatic mission?
I forgot this is a page.
He says, well, I am trying to see if they can indeed take on some more refugees. Our new camp is beginning to overflow. Once they're overflowing flowing amounts of people that tend to lead to crime and strife. So if they could possibly take some, we can begin leading treks to this place and begin to have them repopulate here in the village. We're trying to secure an agreement with their mayor, Arnett.
And I'm gonna kind of lean around him. Of the other people in here, which one looks like the one that would be the most like prim and proper?
The one that looks the most like authoritative, he's a little very prim.
Okay.
He's like a normal person, but it's this guy here.
Yep.
He has a little tanner skin now, but he's a tanner skinned dude with a fucking, 1874 mutton top mustache. And he's about a tall man, like 6'1", 6'2", and he looks over and says, yes, we're discussing an agreement. We can't handle vessels handling your refugees. We're doing just fine without them. To be quite honest, bringing new people here could possibly lead to crime and such, and that we have never...
So you're saying you're not strong enough to handle extra people? You have a lot of people that would be saved from out from under the thumb of a dictator. You just, what's the big deal?
He looks at you and says, we could possibly save them, but are these people worth saving? They could be criminals of anything. We don't know who they are or what they are. All we know is that they're refugees. Refugees always bring crime.
Making guards protecting the gate, make them earn their worth to start right up front. Then you don't have to worry about it. But then they're here, they have food, they have protection, and you have more protection as well.
We can send food, but we'd rather keep them there. Food is not a problem for us. As you might have guessed it here, as you have seemingly brought some goods from the general goods store. Food is one of our biggest exports here. We have no problems giving or possibly selling off large quantities of food. As you guys would know in game that there are very large dinosaurs in this area here. If you could manage to drop one of those motherfuckers, dude, you're fed for a long time.
Brontosaurus burgers.
Yeah.
So
Going Flintstone.
so he says we can definitely supply food and definitely give him a food to take back with him, but we cannot house any refugees here. That is my decision as it stands now.
I'm gonna kind of just look at Charles and kind of shrug like, I was never good with talking with diplomats like this. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Charles looks at you and he says, well, I hope, and he whispers, he kind of moves aside and whispers this to you or talks to you out of the earshot of the mayor and says, well, this is just a step in the right direction. As a diplomat, I've learned that not every victory is a home run. Sometimes you need some bunts in there as well too. Sometimes you need some on bases, as they say, to make sure you get the job done. More than willing to do the heavy and the dirty work for the little left of humanity of the world.
Are you heading back towards your camp now? Did you already strike the deal, or are you sticking around?
Yes. He offered to give us 500 rations to take back to the people, which will help in our foodstuffs, and we had to leave very abruptly. We couldn't take everything with us. So that will help, and we'll be able to establish a line, and we can definitely send some people here that can possibly work that are actually tradesmen, but any possibly unskilled labor probably would not work. So we'll try to offsource some of our labor to pay for these food costs.
How far you gotta travel with that to get back where your new camp is?
In days, it's about 3 weeks.
Whew. Wow. Make sure you stay safe out there. Hey, if you're walking out the door, make sure you talk to Hunter and Isla and Felix out there. They're kind of chilling outside at the moment. They didn't want to relieve themselves of defensible items.
You see that Charles was smiling. You see beside him is a woman you've never seen before. She has gear of what you'd imagine would be a lightly armored warrior or a scout, maybe. But as you look at her, you can kind of see that like she's been through a lot of shit, and a lot of dangerous battles. She has that kind of battle-scarred look in her eye, and she says, "So you're a friend of Charles in the Silver Flame camp? Greetings. I am Amelia."
Hi.
She extends her hand to you, live again. She looks at Ren, and she nods
Ren gives a silent nod back.
and says, I am here to make sure that we get there safely. We try to stay light to not attract any people, patrols to this place. But we definitely can." And she kind of pats her side, and you see that she has a magical satchel of holding. And she looks at you and says, all the goods are in here, and we can definitely travel light along the way and keep this on the low. But as an ally of the Silver Flame camp, it seems like you've helped us a great deal. I was out when the camp was taken on a mission. I returned to it being destroyed and had to speak to some of the silver trees to get to its new location. So I'm grateful and thankful for the help that you've done in saving the people of the Silver Flame. She bows.
It was. Felt we needed to do it. Was one of the last things we did. That was what? Couple. Do we know the time jump, by the way, above table?
No, but she says, it's been about 3 months.
Three? I just look over at you, Ren, like 3 months?
She just shrugs. Yeah. Anything's possible.
And Amelia looks at you and she says, yes, if you're ever in town, or if you're ever up north, let me mark it on your map so you know where we are at. And she says, and she attempts to mark the new location of the Silver Flame camp on your map. Alright, so the new Silver Flame camp, I can now reveal it now, Lego, is here.
Good, I was thinking, is this okay? Okay. And where are we actually at right now with in this town?
You guys are like here.
So where that marker at is true?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright,
Then
And-
I would just lean over to Charles just before he walks out then and just sort of whisper, do you know anything about the web? You heard anything about the web and what's going on there?
the web? He looks at you.
Yeah, the web. Anything about like tribes people from around that area that you would know about? Any refugees or anything that you had seen from around that area?
I've never heard of a web or a tribe like that.
Okay.
Describe them for me. I've never heard of them, to be quite fair.
But they're humans.
Okay.
And then again, because my son took my notebook and I don't remember all of the details.
The Eternal Kin is their name, so you kind of know. And they have purple eyes.
Yeah, the humans with purple eyes, the Eternal Kin. Anything ring a bell with that?
I've never heard of these people before, and that sounds like a very strange tribe. I'm not the most well versed in the Bolero Wilds and the people that live here, but I'm well versed enough to know that I've never heard of any of them. And then he looks over at Amelia and says, "Have you heard of these Eternal Kin and purple-eyed humans?" And she shakes her head and says, "No." And I am familiar with the Bolero Wilds. I've never heard of these before in my life. I come from a village just like this that was destroyed just as the war was turning in Kirkland.
Alright, well, worth a shot anyway. You guys make sure you travel safe.
He
We
nods.
we might have some work with this guy. And then just before I step up to the mayor, I'm just gonna reach out and grab Amelia's hand and just like that goofy, yeah. He like kisses the top of her hand, like it was nice to meet you. Lets it go and just steps back out of the way so she can walk out.
She bows and says, "The pleasure is all mine." And she graciously smiles at you, and he says, "Well, Charles, we must head out and make sure this food gets to where it needs to get to." And he says, "Oh, certainly." And they kind of pull up their hoods and leave the door. And you see she sees Isla and Ren and says, Charles sees Isla and Hunter and say, "Ah, it's you. Hello, and it's you."
Yes, us, really. Charles.
Nice
Buck
to meet
table, was Isla there for the Silver Flame camp?
you. Yes. Because
You
yes,
physically,
yeah.
I don't think you were, but Isla was there.
I
Okay.
thought you were there. I thought you were there though, because that's when the you guys fought the jellyfish.
I did not fight jellyfish.
Okay, you weren't there. No,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
she was. I don't think she was there for the actual meeting of Charles.
She was there.
Was she?
It was a little bit after we
the
fought the
first
griffins
meeting?
and saved the people. Yeah, the first meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys met him 3 times.
He didn't leave
there.
until after. He wasn't there for the other part.
Right. It was the first
Okay.
one. It was the one on campus. But now, okay. So, yes. So, so you would know who Charles is.
Okay.
She looked at you. He looked at you and says, "Hunter, it's a strange mask. Your clothes look different as well."
Yes, I've picked up a few different things. Selling.
Aren't you hot in that mask?
I like how he didn't say anything to me or Live, even though Live is now blue and I have spikes coming out of my skin, and he's like, "Oh, nice to meet you."
He's like, "I'm not even gonna like. That's just like a mask. Like, okay, I can kind of get around that. Okay, it's a cool mask. A guy being blue and fucking basically Ren being, almost like Kerrigan at this point. He's like, I can't finesse that one.
I'm just gonna ignore that. Look that way.
I'm like, hey, so nice hair. He look at you, and yeah. So Hunter, he looks at you and he says, "That's a really strange mask as well. I haven't seen anything like it. Where'd you get that mask?"
I believe, if I remember correctly, I picked it up in a shop.
Interesting. Well,
It looks like a shark, right?
as he looks at it, and looks very scary, like a demon shark. He says, "It looks like something. But what brings you here?"
Talking with the mayor.
I guess you guys are trying to get some work. I guess.
Oh yeah. Right, we want to work, right?
Right. We want to work. We want to make money.
I
I
understand.
don't know about the work part.
Legally, though, right? I don't.
Right. Legal channels. Right.
Right.
Y'all sound so suspicious.
It's like, are we trying to earn money?
Don't be suspicious.
It's like, are we trying to earn money legally through legal channels? Possibly not breaking any laws.
I was just like, pirate. I don't know what you want me to say.
It's like it can be if you want it to be. So with Charles seeing you guys kind of looking a little sketchy, he says, "Well, the mayor. I've heard that they've been attacked by some strange things lately. Be very careful.
What sorts of strange things?
Well, don't tell him I told you this, but Amelia has done some scouting around the village, and she's learned that there are a couple. Well, here, there is a couple of gigantic, strange-looking hornets here. And Amelia, what are they called again? She says, they are flesh pod horns. They are brutal. They have the ability to inject their prey with their larvae and paralyze them and force their larvae to eat the insides of their prey and eject themselves from the prey after it has eaten all of its insides.
Sounds wonderful.
What
Also-
a horrid creature.
Also, they're the size of cows.
So there's like flying cow-sized creatures.
Yes.
Hornets, he said.
Do they have stingers?
Yes, that's how they inject their prey.
Right. Do they like come out more at night or the day?
They are night-bound creatures. They prefer to move at night, though they can operate in the daytime. It isn't optimal for them. We had to relocate our village because we found a nest of them. Our scouts did it as a child. And we had to move our entire village.
And have you had much success in stopping them, or just more running away from them?
Individual ones, a group of people can take them out. I just be wary in more than groups of 2 or 3 of them, as they are very strong and their pincers can even pierce through iron.
Oh, that's lovely.
I would assume a creature like this has no natural predators. It will be at the top of the food chain.
The problem is that there are a variety of dinosaurs here. So, the dinosaurs here are so big that the prey or the pods can eat large portions of the creature and burst out before they actually die or succumb to their wounds. They tend to hunt smaller prey than bigger prey. Though the Bantu tend to definitely hold their own, as they are highly immune to poison. You know them as they are flame-breathing man-apes. Have you ever seen any of them?
Yeah, we've seen them.
Coincidentally, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They are known to eat these flesh hornets when they capture them, as they are immune to their poison, and their bodies are not a suitable environment for their larvae.
Good to know.
Yes.
Burn them with fire. Got it.
Well, that's probably one of the quests he might offer for you. I promise you, and she looks at all of you, if you take that quest, make sure you get whatever it is you're trying to get, as fleshpot hornets are extremely dangerous, and once you've been ejected, unless you have a surgeon remove the larvae, you will most likely die.
Duly noted.
She nods.
Safe
Godspeed.
travels.
And she pulls up her hood, and they both pull up their hood, and they begin to leave.
Well, Ayla, what do you think your life is worth?
I don't know. I feel like I've already served my purpose, so I don't really know why I'm back. So I don't really know what I'm worth anymore.
I just don't want to experience dying from some giant wasp.
Well, I mean, if I've got to die again, I've got to die again. I suppose to save this crew, I would bite that bullet, I suppose.
Yeah,
Very
but
reassuring.
have you thought about it? I mean, really, this is a second chance. We live one life. How many other people get to do what we're getting to do, and why don't we take full advantage of that? Why must we do these things that we're tasked to do?
I don't know. I guess the Weaver sees potential in us.
But does that make us her slaves?
Well, I think she's paying us. Perhaps after we save the world, we can move into living in the world?
Or she could just send us back where she got us.
That's true.
And we'll be dead again?
Maybe. But I don't remember being dead being terrible either. I feel like we need to ask her these questions. I didn't think about it before. But should one of us go in there and let them know in case the Hornet thing comes up, or are we just gonna wing it?
I would hope they would talk to us before they agree to anything, but perhaps you're right. I'll wait out here.
Oh, I really don't want to go. Felix, you're standing out here doing nothing. Why don't you go in?
I was looking at you, but I wasn't. All right, fair enough. What do you want me to do?
Y'all treating the mayor's house like some sort of plague. It's like when the kid doesn't want to go into the underwear store with their mom, they just stand outside. That's you guys.
Oh my god.
Look,
man.
people don't like
Hoping
being
the candy
like
van doesn't pull
doing
up.
it worse.
Okay, and alright, so I heard a little bit about that, but I was something about pseudopods in the jungle.
Yeah, we just want to make sure if that's the
Pseudopods?
offer that we're given, that they don't undercut our value.
Okay, cool. I will say that. Lab will, Felix will walk up to the guy, drop his trousers, not carry anything but one lethal weapon here, pull his pants up, go into the mayor's house.
Oh man, that's what you get for being gone, buddy.
I was just like, well, I've seen way more of him than I needed to.
And he will enter the, and this is, and also anybody watching, it's pretty on brand, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty on brand. So,
It's a character.
Yeah, because I thought I saw blue hairs around his bunghole.
He's gonna approach live and say, "Hey, buddy,
Ah,
there's pseudopods in the jungle. Make sure we get the big prize."
dope. Alrighty.
Oh, they're really scared. I think they inject you with their liquids, and they surprise you or something.
Got it. All right. Yo, Mayor.
Yes, sir. How may I help you today?
Yeah,
I
we
am
heard
Mayor Mandel. Nice to meet you as well.
you as well. And instinctually, he does that noble bow, and then snap it, pulls his head yeah. We heard from the guard and Melee that you might need some help around this place.
Yes. You seem like skilled adventurers from what Charles said. Please, I have several jobs that might interest you as well. And pleased to meet you as well, my lady. And your name? He looks at Ren.
My name is Ren. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mayor Mardell. Mardell, sorry.
Yes, it's a rough name, I understand. And who's your friend behind there? They look at Felix. Yeah, Felix kind of looks on and says, my name's Felix. I kind of make sure things go smoothly around here. A man of my descent, of course. He spins around with the cape and the drip. You must understand that we must treat as equals. I am Felix, hero, in training. Finger guns.
I'm gonna push him out the door.
I'm sorry, I could see him. I could see him also as he says that. Go, do you got any sweets? As he's getting shoved out the door.
It's like Ren just shuts out the closes the door. He's like, hey, wait!
Face
I didn't even get to finish the whole spiel. Oh man. Okay. He just
You're reduced to mascot.
He's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to. He looks and says, I guess that is one of your traveling companions. Fair enough. Yes, we have several jobs here. I just wanted to inform you of the ones that are most pressing, at least of your caliber, of course. The biggest one that we discovered a small nest of flesh pod hornets nearby, roughly a mile south of the village. they have been plaguing several of the wildlife, and some are even pillaging and attacking some of our grazing animals that live just outside of the village at night. They've taken, currently speaking, only a couple of goats, but they're getting much bolder, and they're known to populate aggressively. So, if you can investigate this, you'll be paid very handsomely. He says, we don't have very much gold here, but I can offer you 250 gold pieces and maybe something that will help you in your journey.
Okay. What else you got?
He looked at you and he says, okay, there is a group of Bantu that have been near a small temple about a half a day's travel from here. They've holed up and they have been harassing caravans or small group of people that come here from the Silver Flame camp. Charles was not the first person here. They sent I guess a smaller contingent or a scout, and he did not make it. What was left of him was simply bones and bits of flesh, as his friend Amelia found him and returned with his remains. They found out that there is a group of these demon apes holed up in a small cave, like temple that they fashioned about a half a day's travel from here. Even though they are extremely dangerous, they are not more dangerous than the flesh pod hornets, as they do not repopulate as fast as every kill the hornets make is a chance for them to repopulate, as they can inject their prey with their seed or with their larvae, eat the prey to their best of their abilities, while also repopulating at the same time. They are highly efficient predators. But for the Bantu or Demon Ape quest, I would offer you 150 gold pieces and maybe something a little bit smaller in scale to what you're looking for. Next, there are shambling mounds that prowl near the river that is north of here. This is about a full day's travel. There's a great fishing spot near there. One of our fishermen were killed as a shambling mound attacked him as he was setting up his fishing lines. The rest of the fishermen made it back safely, but they reported this. But us trying to prepare for these flesh hornets, we cannot investigate these shambling mounds to the north. They are quite dangerous, though they're on par with the man apes or the Bantu. So I would offer you 150 gold pieces and something that may help you on your journey a little bit smaller than what I'd offer for the flesh pot hornets. And also,
okay. More. Yeah.
There is as well. This is a little bit farther away. 2 days travel from here. There is a strange stone-like structure, and there's been sightings of these strange disappearing spiders. There as well. They have hauled off several people over the last few months, but they're very sporadic. We had a scout track some of them down to the location, but we don't have the men to deal with that and these hornets. So if you could handle possibly that as well, you'll be rewarded as well with 150 gold pieces and something that can help you along your journey.
So, if you brought in a whole bunch of those refugees from the Silver Flame camp, that you'd have a whole lot of people to handle some of this stuff for you, right? This little small piddly stuff.
Yeah, and they probably rob us at the same time and take over a village.
Okay, I can't argue with that one. Well, so you got a lot of stuff going on over here, huh? That's what it seems like. Wouldn't you agree, Ren?
Yeah, seems
The
like
jungle is always dangerous, but it is our home.
Ren, what do you think? What do you think makes the most sense for all this stuff?
I think we have to confer with our companions first before we agree to anything. Would you mind giving us like a quick moment just to let them know?
Please, of course. I understand. We'll start with the rest of your group of people. Take your time.
Thank you so much for understanding.
We'll be right back in. I get it. We'll be right after. Follow you out.
We'll trudge back out. Hey, what do you guys think? And then we'll replay.
How'd you lock me
What do we
out?
think about what?
Here's the jobs he has. 1, 2, 3, 4. And
Okay,
Felix yelled in my ear about something about some goofy pseudopod. What the fuck was that about?
That would be the flesh pods.
The hornets, right? Or whatever they are. Thinking.
I thought you said pseudopod.
Well, whatever.
He didn't really make it sound that scary. That one sounds like the best one to do to me.
Do you want something to inject itself inside of you and then erupt from you?
Okay, Felix, you gotta learn how to listen and explain the points of what is going on here, alright?
Hey,
get rid of the sweets, clean out the ears behind the horns.
I was distracted by that comment as well.
I was distracted by something else, and he does like the fucking Sandlot stare. And he looked.
Wendy, peppercorn.
He said, "That guy is like a girl." Yeah. So, he says, but if it depends. What do we need? Do we need something big or something kind of small? If we need something just kind of to help us along the way, then maybe we can just do a couple of the minor quests. But if we need something big and a little bit more money, the flesh point, it makes sense.
Well, you think that we could talk him into just paying us and sending us somebody to help finish building the rest of our canoe?
We already have a canoe, don't we?
But it's only one person.
Yeah, it's a single person.
I see.
So we got a sail. So if we have the person that can then build the rest of it for the other 4, and we don't have to pay for it.
Looks and says, he did say something that can help. So if it's
That applied to all of the job offers, didn't they? That he would.
yeah, but varying degrees. So the flesh hornet would be would obviously would give you the most amount of labor or the most amount of or the biggest item, because it's typically speaking a much more dangerous quest. The other ones offered this kind of similar rewards, but just a smaller amount. So less people, generally speaking, or a smaller amount and less gold.
I am against doing the monkey quest and the hornet quest. It sounds like too much work and too much death that I'm not willing to do today.
I vote for the mounds, the shambling things.
So the day's travel, day there, day back, plus whatever the hell we get into.
I mean, my vote would be for the demon monkeys, just because we know of them, we've dealt with them, and we can just let Felix make friends with them again.
If that's the case, if Felix can become friends with them again,
but what if he
the
can't?
hornets for us?
They eat them.
Oh, 2 for 1?
Yeah. But that's something I'd like to do when Felix is actually present.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, let's go on a life one. Hey, I know you're on vacation, man.
Hey!
I don't want to use his character as an NPC for such an integral role.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Hey,
I mean, the mount sounds
Felix sacrificed himself for the group.
Yeah, right. The mount sounds like it could be something interesting. At least get us a little bit of gold.
Because we can always come back and do more quests.
Yeah. And we can always just do a little bit more tootling around the town, get a drink first maybe before we go, knowing it's a little bit of a ways travel. Or we can just, skip the free drink we got coming to us and just go.
Oh, totally. We definitely set off tomorrow. Ain't going today.
Yes, I need some more rest.
Isla? To the tavern. Well, go tell him we're gonna take. We'll give that one a shot, but we'll leave it in the morning. Find out what that all pays truly. Besides the 150. and then go get a drink. Cool. Turns and just starts walking back into the.
Live, we're gonna get lit. Dude, these village chicks, man. We never had a teach them before, have they? We're gonna show them how we do.
So walk back in. Mayor Mordell.
Yes.
If this isn't just like a pick one and nothing else, right? We can always come back, grab a couple others potentially.
Oh yes, of course. The jungle always needs things to be done, and the village always needs things as well. So, as long as you're willing to do tasks, I will pay for them.
Perfect. And when you say like a small help or a small something we need for, say, them little shambling mound things by the river, what kind of small help would that be?
He says, well, I can offer you, it looks like as if I heard from my chosen that you're looking for work on your canoe. Is that correct?
We are?
He says, I can offer you 1 man in addition to the 150 gold pieces, and I can offer you 4 days of work.
Alrighty.
I'd like one more thing. I feel like I'll never hear the end of it if I don't say this on behalf of Felix, but I'd also like for you to reconsider the refugee proposition from Charles. Just give it another thought. I'm not asking you to accept. Just perhaps if you can trust strangers like us, perhaps you can trust those that Charles trusts.
Ren, give me a persuasion check.
Nice.
With a 15, who have advantage on this because he's a grumpy older man. He looks at you, Ren, and he says, if you can clear off 2 to 3 of these things on my line, I will accept your reputation as the reputation of these refugees, and I will invite some of them to come to the village.
That's good enough for me. That's enough to make Felix shut up.
You gonna be
have
ticked
a
off?
deal.
You gonna be ticked off? We leave in the morning.
No.
I'm gonna be ticked off no matter what time of day we leave.
No, I'm sorry. Well, I know that, Ren. Come on now. You're ticked off just waking up.
It's because I have to hear your voice every day.
Damn. She was even talking about your mama.
He does that just slow look at you. And then
She's
looks
got
back.
the shit-eating grin, like.
Yeah, it comes. Mayor Mandel says you can leave as long as you whenever you like, as long as you're contributing here and obviously a paying customer and things here, you can stay as long as you like.
So one question: Do you have areas to actually get some comfortable sleep out of the heat in the camp anywhere?
No, we do not. At least not for a group your size. I have a spare bedroom, but that's just only 1 bed. Your group is quite large.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're gonna at least take a gander going up towards that river. But I think we're going to wait and leave out in the morning. We're going to go catch a drink first because we were just traveled for like 4 days.
Fair enough.
Do we just come back to you when it's done? How do we provide proof that that's all finished?
Long as you come back with a piece of the creature that you slayed, it said that it was at least 2 shambling mounds in there. So long as you come back with a sizable chunk of this creature, I'm not sure if they have a head. I've never seen these creatures up close and personal, but and he says, I have guards that have seen these creatures. As long as there's enough proof for them, then I will consider the quest closed.
Got it. All right. Thank you, sir. And he's going to kind of do that salute and turn and walk out of the...
All right. It has been a pleasure. Please. He nods.
Thank you kindly.
And
then
it's been you to you as well. Sorry.
I'll give him the nod.
And says, hopefully you enjoy your time at the Handsome Laborer.
The handsome laborer.
Yeah, that's the tavern here.
Okay, but someone else thinks that's funny.
Hunter's ego mysteriously inflates standing outside.
He's like, I've seen something very funny happening. I don't know why. But,
Sounds like something on a soap opera. And now, the handsome laborer.
The handsome laborer. He says, "Oh, Connie, I can't believe you slept with the handsome laborer. He was my husband. How could you?" It sounds like almost like a telenovela, some of those crazy soap opera shows.
And then like the other love interest is like a handsome doctor for no reason.
Yes, he just appears. Like, isn't this about laborers? But I'm a laborer of medicine. It's like, I don't think that's the one that showed me, but fair enough. But Brandon, you and the squad do come outside. One of the guards would say, "You want to go to the handsome laborer? You might want to head down south. I see your friend is already rushing towards there. You see food right now. We're gonna get drunk tonight. Going to have a time at the handsome laborer." And he is that in key. That was out of key, but he is that in key. What do you guys do?
Well, I'm beelining for what appears to be looks like a tavern.
Yeah, I mean, it's made out of stone. It looks well constructed, even though this place is in a jungle. You think it's probably low on iron. All these buildings seem very well constructed out of stone and mostly wood, but some of the major shops have been here probably a while and they're made of stone or reinforced with stone or mixtures of both. And people say, "The water's fine, come down here." And
You all go ahead. I'm going to swing by the stables. I'm just curious what sort of creatures are in there.
all right. As you approach the stables, let's see here. Okay, what you see is a hadrosaurus. Ow. What do you mean?
You see a hydra. Ow! Ow! Ow!
A what?
You see
New breed.
You see a hadrosaurus, which I'm not sure if you know what that is, but that's the type of creature you see. You see an ankylosaurus. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Let's see here. I'm putting this in chat. And you also see as well. Let me just make sure this is accurate. Okay, you do not see a fucking triceratops. You see a Dinocus. I sound like a fucking cat's gonna spell in Harry Potter right now. Dinosaurus, whatever the fuck. You see a Dinosaurus. Okay, I'm just gonna put this.
Put it in the chat.
And then, okay, this is a plain thing. I took 5 years of Latin, ladies and gentlemen. This should be easier for me. So Dinochessus. But then again, my Latin teacher couldn't speak actual Latin, so that was also a thing. But yes, those are animals you see there, of various sizes. I'm just making sure these. Hold on. Yeah, the fucking dino is about 11 feet long-ish, so about 9, 10 feet tall. The Hadrosaurus is Let me double check this here. Is 7 to 8 meters. Double check this. Okay, I lied. You do not see a Hydrosaurus. I thought they were a different animal. These things are like 26 feet tall. No, you do not see those. You see Ankylosaurus and the Dinosaurus and Allosaurus is here, which is what the other guys right here. So those are the three you see. Ignore the Hadrosaurus. That's fucking ridiculous. I didn't think they were that big. They're not that big. They look reasonable. It's like this thing's 27 feet tall. Those are the things you see there, and you would see a guy out front, and he says, he's a relatively older gentleman, says, hello. Name's Grim. Nice to meet you here. I've been training these dinosaurs all my life. And what might you be, pretty lady?
Oh, I'm Isla. I was just curious what sort of creatures were in here.
Yes, well, you see here, we had a Hydrosaurus, but we didn't want to build another stable, so we had to let that go. But we have Ankylosaurus here, we have Dinoclosaurus. Yes, and we have I want to say Allosaurus, and I don't think I don't know the answer. Allosaurus.
Got a lot of different dinosaurs.
We got big ones and long ones.
I'm saying
scaly ones.
Dude, I feel like I'm speaking a different language. I am, but it's like, damn, these things are hard as fuck, bro. How do people like them? I don't know how them people on the National Geographic, be saying these damn dinosaurs name like that. They be quick as hell too, like that.
Dinosaur.
Hey, I'm not sure what that is, but it is which one? Not what it is. I know what a dinosaur is. I'm not sure which one that is. It's like, what is that? It's just a dinosaur. But yeah, he tells you that these are the three that I have here. The three that I see here. Would you be interested in possibly purchasing one of these? Maybe.
Oh, I don't know how to ride a dinosaur or what I'd even do with them. It was mostly just curiosity.
Yes. They are they're used for a variety of things. Ankylosaurus and Allosaurus are used for beasts of burden and war. But Allosaurus is more prone for war, and the Ankylosaurus are mainly used for burden. They're very strong and hardy creatures. The Dinoclus, yes, Expialidocious is also used for burden and war as well.
And my understanding is all of these roughly cost about 1,000 gold pieces, give or take.
He says the Allosaurus is 1,000. As he checked his handy dandy notebook here, the Ankylosaurus is 1,500 gold pieces, and the Dino,
that one, yeah.
Yeah, that one is hold on, let me wait a second. That makes wait, hold on. Roll 20, 5e, you are hoeing me. How is it 26 feet tall, but it's a medium creature, Scoops? It's not making sense. Hold on. Wait a second.
You're muted, Jay.
Let me watch some National Geographic. Let me go to watch that 30-second clip here. Hold on. How long is motherfuckers? Oh, they're not even okay. Well, okay, yes. These are for the kids in smaller races. They're not actually large. They're medium-sized. Yes. These are worth about 500 gold pieces.
Okay.
Well, they're not really beasts of burden. They're more of beasts of war.
Interesting. All right. Yeah. No, I just wanted to see what was here. They're definitely all out of my skill and price point.
Understood. Well, it says here, yes, I'm not sure how people live without dinosaurs, honestly. They're very helpful. Um, and he pets one Ankylosaurus, which he nimbly dodges a fucking stone or a trident-tipped fucking tail that just flew at him. That's not very nice. I lost my other arms to that. And you look, and he is missing an arm, but he's in like a sling, almost like Otto. Like what's the German dude? The German Bismarck when he was injured. So it's similar to that, where he has like an injured arm, is kind of in a sling. Yeah, you broke my arm years ago. Not again. As he looks at a very hostile-looking Ankylosaurus, which you think that, to confirm, dinosaurs are very hard to train. So if you want cool dinosaur mounts, you have to be actually proficient in animal handling and be good at taming animals. Or else it's going to rebel and possibly just kick you off and then kill you. But yeah, so that is kind of what you see at these stables here. Grim will continue to talk to you about very minuscule things here and there about your travels and things that you've been upon as well. But he doesn't really add too much to the conversation unless you're asking about anything specific to him.
Actually, yeah, she will. So I don't know. Do you know anything about shambling mounds?
I know that they tend to shamble.
But are they like notoriously? Oh dear God!
I haven't laughed that hard since I was 50, 70 years old. Hold on.
He was laughing.
No, I thought he was dying.
I'm good now. I am good to go. Yes. That was
Okay.
very fun. Yeah, I know I think aren't they just moving grass? I don't think they're that scary. Oh.
They're just patches of grass that move.
Yeah, I mean, I would kill it, but I'm too important to do that. I handle the animals, but I can do it.
Have the dinosaurs? Couldn't they just help you?
Yeah, it could, but I think my training is more important than fighting on grass. I mean,
The dinosaur could eat the grass.
yeah, but moving grass, that's another training exercise. I like to keep my dinosaurs on a strict training regimen of 5 things. Adding a 6th thing might make it too hard to train and possibly rampage. So I prefer to keep it on a strict 5-item regimen.
So I take it these mounds of grass are quite good at blending in with the surroundings?
From what I heard, they can even swim.
They can swim. Alright.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No?
Oh, where are you from again?
Nowhere around here.
Oh. Well, excuse me.
I grew up on a ship, so land creatures not exactly my expertise.
He looks at you and stares. Well, I can show you about dinosaurs. I've been doing this all my life. You know, I've quite skilled in many a task. They call me a jack of all men.
All right. Well, if I ever come into some gold, I will probably take you up on that. But right now, my friends are waiting for me, so I really have to pop off to the tavern.
He waits and says, "Oh, no, okay. I'll be waiting for you here."
She'll wave with her clockwork hand.
And how does it look again? Because like it looks however you want it to look. So is it like Anakin Skywalker, or does it like a perfect match to your hand, or does it look like a glove?
No, it's very mechanical looking. Like
Anakin's
It would be kind of like steampunkish.
Ooh.
So like as it moves, you can see like the gears bending and stuff. But it
So
does
you-
match the color of the blade she has in that hand.
Sick. So you're rocking no glove. You're like fuck it. And you would notice Aries well too. The thing is really sturdy, honestly. And despite it being mechanical, the fact that it just keeps moving without kind of any energy or like power source would definitely shock you. Well, not shock you, but like confound you at first. Like, because like I said, it's you're not hooking up to a power source. Like, you know, it just kind of works. But yeah, you can definitely go to the tavern with the group. As it's happening though, as I assume Hunter was with Isla because you made a comment there, so I assume Ren, Felix, and Live were in the tavern.
I'm definitely in the tavern.
Ren, are you doing anything else except being in the tavern? Or you doing something else you like to do?
Nope, just tavern stuff.
All right. Well, you say yes or no? I heard both.
Oh, sorry. I'm good with just going to the tavern. I need some
Okay.
other people to arm wrestle.
All right. I will move you in the tavern here. As you are in the tavern, you see you are greeted by a man. He says, "Hey, top of the morning to you, lads. Nice to meet you. Hey, whoa. You're a crazy lass, aren't you?" He does like a weird religious symbol and moves past you. Ooh, sees you guys too. He's like, "Oh, you guys are interesting. Welcome to the Handsome Laborer, self-proclaimed tavern, of course, named after me. I am McManus. Nice to meet you."
McManus?
McManus, yes.
Nice to meet you too. What do you have for drinks around this place? There was a guard that said our person was on him.
Oh, you mean the chosen one? Oh, yeah, he'll be in shortly. As you see, you look around. Oh, he is here. As you see that I begin to medically illusion all of them being there because they will definitely be there before you. Bring them in there here.
And the whole time I'm asking that question, I'm like not even actually looking at him. I'm scanning the tavern for like people playing cards, people throwing dice, something like that.
You definitely see people throwing these things that you think are like similar to Bones. So it's a different style game of Bones, but it's still the game of Bones, right? People are definitely throwing bones in the corner, and you see this woman is kind of managing the games.
Okay.
Here. There we go here. So these guys are kind of out and about. It is fairly early, so they're probably the only people that are here. But oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Here and here. So this lady over here is managing the bones rolling, and there's I'd say 2 to 3 other people here as well that are throwing bones in the corner. Looks like they're gambling.
So he's kind of like almost like twitching a little bit, like asking about the whole drinks. Waiting to see what he says, but the whole time not even looking at him, just sort of around him, trying to look at the corner to know where he's beelining once he gets a drink in his hand.
It looks at you and says, "We got piss and better piss. What would you like?"
Better piss sounds good to me.
All right, he says that'll be a silver piece.
That was on him.
Oh, he looks over. "Hey, chosen. First round on you, eh?" And he says, "Yes, put it on my tab. The better piss for all of them." And Ren, Live, and Felix, you're handed what looks to be actually clean cups, filled with what looks to be semi-flat beer, mead. It's not super flat, but it isn't very hoppy. It's not the worst piss you've had. So he hands you these cups and says, "Please drink to your fill. I'll be around if you need anything else."
Take it just a big chug, and then I'm heading to the corner. But I'll let you go on with everyone else.
Ren, what are you doing in this place here? You see a variety of people here. It's very early in the morning, so you see this is kind of the day crew, kind of people that are getting ready to maybe have a little breakfast before they head out into their various tasks in the morning. People drinking coffee, people drinking, mead and stuff. So you guys are, actually, you probably be the only people I hear actually drinking like alcoholic beverages at this hour. With this camp, with this place being more of a village, people are just drinking tea and coffee before they head out on their daily task. It's
We
like
did all that stuff and it's still just the morning?
yes, I would say now it's probably like 9-10.
Wow.
You guys started at like 7. Hasn't been that long. You guys taught a couple people, went to 2 different places, about 2 hours. Yeah, well, it's about 2 hours.
I'm looking for people to challenge to arm wrestling.
Okay, give me
Even like people within the Chosen's crew, if they look like they're friendly enough.
Give me a charisma check and to just see how generally charismatic you feel today or appear today. So despite everything else, you do have a rather magnetic kind of pull today. So you think you're definitely a lot more easier to people. People can perceive you much more easier to deal with or talk to or interact with on a regular basis. I would say give me a d20, a roll higher than 10.
I did not.
As you look around, the chosen's people do kind of acknowledge you and say you're very strong, but it's been a long day. We've been traveling up and down the jungle for various things, and then being sent to find and track the apes that you apparently dealt with. We would like to just have a drink and chill before we go out.
We dealt with. Oh yes.
And he looks at you and says, you see the lady says, yes, what is your name? I didn't quite catch your name. You see, they call me Sister Harmony. You?
My name is Ren. It's nice to meet you, Sister Harmony. Do you happen to know anything about the Eternal Kin?
The who?
Or do you know anybody who might know about this group of people?
Well, there is a crone or hag who lives outside of the city, or outside of the village. She's been around for a really long time, at least from what I've heard. She looks very old. She handles the tinctures and concoctions in the village. She might know, but I myself, I just help serve Dolo, well, Mondeludo, and help with the village to the best of my ability.
The hag a generally friendly person?
No.
Nope. Oh, great. Fair enough.
Nope.
Typical hag things. Fair enough. I'm not much of a people person myself sometimes.
You step back. Do you have the monkey pox?
Nope. Just a bit of a piss went down the wrong pipe, I guess.
Okay. Well, please.
Off in the throat.
Bring inspiration. Good shit. She looks at you and she says, it seems that you have strange symbols. Wait, so on your armor and on your, do you have any symbols of whoever guides your power on your person, any symbol or anything like that that can be recognizable? Not who the person is, but you actually see the symbol.
Smaller ones, yeah. It's just like a slate carving on the shoulder. Very subtle though, it's nothing huge and gaudy like my Lord and Savior. So
yeah, not like like a warhammer and stuff. I would say, and I assume it'd be like the symbol of the person, whatever interpretations.
The Weaver, unfortunately.
So you would see the symbol of the spider. Like I say, it's not super cozy or anything like that. It's just there, kind of engraved in there. And you see the sister, well, not the sister would say, it is interesting. I've never seen someone with your makeup before. Is there some kind of curse?
Oh my goodness, it's been like this ever since I woke up. And I don't mean like woke up today, but like...
Do you, in your hands, I see there's strange, like bone-like protrusions.
Yeah, I got these from destroying a manticore.
You killed a manticore, really?
We killed it as a group, but yes.
A frog human being a manticore. You are very accomplished individuals so far. We've slayed dinosaurs and a couple of bandits and maybe a couple of creatures here and there, but never a manticore. Never a frog human.
Well, you stay out in that forest for long enough, oh god, all sorts of things come out of you. You can't take a decent nap anywhere.
We discovered you were sleeping. Is that some kind of condition?
No, I just like sleeping.
Like, but okay, indulge me here, she says. So we were coming to that spot, and I assume you probably heard of us, as the chosen was riding a very large animal. You decided to sleep
Yep.
while there's people possibly coming towards you with hostile intentions.
Yep. What about it?
You are very brave. You must believe in whatever God that you serve. Whatever spirit of force you serve. We serve Modelo Sorry. It's a phrase. We serve Modelu. That is
Marmaduke.
Webster, you can sponsor us too.
Would I know about this god?
We need Rosetta Stone speech therapy. We need sponsored by like Jefferson Labs. So give me a religion check. You're paladin.
I'm not very smart.
No paladin is very smart. I take that back. If that one guy that maxes out intelligence on the paladin is like, oh, my paladin is smart. It's like, okay, no. With a 12 though, you would know that you don't know exactly who this thing is, but you know that his one of their pantheon, one of their domains probably relates to nature, as they're in the middle of a jungle here, and any of these creatures do not have metal weapons. Each have stone and bone-like weapons, but none of them do metal.
Oh.
And I would say they also be a determined entity and look at you and says, do you believe in any faith or any pantheon?
Right now, I'm aligned with my... I don't actually know what pantheon the Weaver is from.
And you would not know.
I'm aligned to my deity, the Weaver.
I've never heard of this Weaver before. Could you tell me?
Yeah,
just
me
a little
neither.
bit about it?
No kidding.
It's like I don't remember it either. But she was like,
Blind trust.
it's like, what's wrong with blind trust? But she would look at you and say, can you tell me a little bit about this Weaver? I don't know very much about it.
Kind of a sadistic bitch, not gonna lie. Sending us here.
She makes blankets.
Blankets,
Blankets.
she looked
Oh
at
Jesus.
But I think her heart is in the right place, maybe. I have bad feelings. I have good and bad feelings about her.
Does she
With
have a heart?
no.
What do you mean by the abdomen?
She literally sent us out into this world, level 1. I was like, save the world!
Interesting. I've never heard of any kind of. I've never heard of beginning a new adventure as being called level 1. That's very interesting. I might take that. That's very interesting.
It's used for, like, greenhorns, you know? At the start of their journey, that sort of thing.
Interesting. So what is like a level 5? Or maybe in the level 100?
we sort of start to get like novice, not newbies anymore, but they're like novice adventurers. That I would say that from there on you became intermediate, like so on and so on. And she's like, totally just like, wow. Gotta explain everything around here in her head.
Think of it like each step to a temple.
Okay. Well, it has been a pleasure. As you begin to talk, Isla, you enter, and with that, we go over to Live. As you approach this lady, she says, and she's covered head to toe, like almost like a hijab kind of attire, and she says, "Are you trying to make some money and some fortunes by with a little swing of lady luck? I assure you that the bets we have here are fair and balanced. There is no cheating here at all in our games."
Cheating? Who? Yeah, absolutely. You see him twitching just a little bit. Like, yeah, we got to try our luck. Why not? Let's go.
You see a dude step up and says, "Give me an insight check at advantage."
Okay.
When it relates to anything involving gambling, I just assume you have advantage.
23.
For the 23, you would know that this creature here is a highly skilled gambler, and this is now unlock something new. When you face off against a skilled gambler, there's the game within the game. As you know, all sports have them. So there will be perception check to see if you detect the other person cheating, which kind of would override the cheating that you do. So give me a perception check as you begin to throw this dice.
You got no window.
16.
No when to fold them. No when to walk away. No.
I don't know when to run.
You never count your money.
Oh, Jesus. Daddy, 20 again.
When dealing's done. Listen, if you saying Kenny Rogers, automatically gives you a nat 20 on whatever gambling roll you're doing.
No.
The Rogers advantage.
And the Rogers technique. The Rogers roll. So yes, he definitely sees you're up to some nefarious goods. So I can say that the bonus you would get from your background is negated for this roll here.
Sure.
And roll it up. He's a +5 to this. As you guys are skilled gambler.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. He's looking at you. He's like, oh. He kind of threw you off your game there. He's like, oh. And you guys are kind of going back and forth, trying to make some money.
So what are we rolling?
Your game set.
So it's my game set. What do you want me to roll as the game set? Is it Dex?
Dex or Charisma? One of those two.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, Dex.
Okay.
I thought we set that up. That was my bad.
No, because we never truly. There's specific sets in there. There wasn't just an overall. That's why we had the issue.
Right. That's right. Because chest. Yeah. Bones. All right. With the 16, he's gonna roll. He has a +5 to this. Mod. Woo!
Got me.
The initial bet was 20 gold pieces.
Okay.
Throw it down. He looks at you and he says, I see you was trying to do a cool move there. I've seen that before. I overread that as he throws the bones. And he gets you. He says, trying to go again, double or nothing?
You know it.
All right. Give me a perception roll.
Yeah. Perception.
Ooh. All right, let's see what he rolls. No moss. His +5 goes down to a +2.
Do I get my background back on that one then too?
You definitely do.
Okay.
And you see through his deceptive moves, and you're like, okay, you kind of stop him from really full on cheating by a little shoulder bump or check or a little kind of hiccup as he throws the dice. With a 17, this is a +2.
Jesus. Still got me.
Bang, 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 bang. He says, "All right, that's 40 gold pieces. Do you want a triple or nothing?"
Let's see here. Hold on, I gotta do the math here. So he will pull, because with what he has, he's gonna pull 60 gold out and say, "You're gonna clean me out here, buddy. But here we go. Let's do this."
Woo. Okay, all right. Give me a perception roll.
Yep.
All right. 0 rolls. All right. You win by 1. All right. He gets a +2. You get your full bonus. All right. As you see through his deceptive moves, interrupting them with a nat 20.
Nice.
Only nat 20 beats. Fast block. Come on. Even Aki, hey, you still win.
Oh my god.
You still win on a D100 roll. Holy.
Wow.
Live, you unlock your, you look and see him try to cheat and you look like step on his toe like, "I'm sorry, excuse me." Well, and he throws his dice and it bounces off the wall, lands back, and lands on Snake Eyes as you kind of throw your dice. And a little bit of magic leaves your hands. It leaves your hands and rolls down, landing on perfect 7. He hands you this 60 gold pieces and rumbles.
Tell him what your name is, son.
Right. And then after having that one, after having seen that and like truly getting the picture of what this guy's doing, he kind of stretches back and goes, sometimes you just gotta scratch that itch, right? It's one of those things.
Yeah, you clean me out too. Yeah, I gotta get some more itches to scratch. He leaves.
And then I'll walk back out and just kind of like sit down in a chair next to Isla, and you see him just kind of like slide into the chair.
And you
Didn't
feel
go
like,
as well as you hoped.
Not quite as good as it could have, but feel a little bit better.
you see Laugh come back and like the music plays like done like the fucking theme music plays. He's like walking in slow motion, like that guy music plays. And yeah, you earned your gold there, and we'll go over to Hunter. What are you doing as you return with Isla to the tavern? You're seeing a wide variety of people here, and you get offered your better piss.
Gonna spot this live coming back over by Isla. I think I might have noticed a little smirk on his face, so I'll come up beside them and say, "How did it go?"
Could have been better. Could have been a whole lot worse.
So I take
Anyway,
it you won?
Yeah, I lost the first couple, but once I realized he was cheating, get them little slights in there and away you go.
So what is everyone drinking? What is this?
They called it better piss.
Piss.
It's not the best thing I've ever tasted.
Is this the best they have?
That's what they said. They said they had piss or better piss.
Yeah, we don't get the finest of alcoholic beverages here in the jungles. I'm sorry. There is also coffee and tea here as well, if you'd like that instead.
Yes, tea, please.
Okay, would you like some Earl Grey, some Lady Earl Grey? Would you like some,
Just some, if you have just some sun tea with some honey in it.
Just some sun tea?
Yes.
Oh, yes, we have that here. And you see McManus would get called over and says, what are you having?
One sun tea and honey.
All right.
And
Honey.
you can take the better piss in exchange. I'm not gonna drink that.
It grows on you.
And I got it. Try to grab it before Hunter slides it over to him.
Yeah. As you try to slide it down the table, you see Labs extends his hand and grabs it as it's sliding down the table and pulls it in. I'll be confiscating this.
You do know this. I want my tea is my free drink, right? Live.
I'll pay for the second round. That's fine by me. And then he just downs the drink before he can go anywhere.
It tastes like victory. As he offers you, as he comes back with a jug of what looks to be tea in a mason jar, which means it tastes better for some reason, and a little bit of honey in there as well. It's slightly warm to not slightly. It's very warm to the touch, as you think. With sun tea, you're supposed to like bring it in after it's done there and cool.
Mm-hmm.
He just opened up the tea as it was brewing and just grabbed a big old glass of semi-brewed sun tea and threw some honey in it, stirred it up. Here you go, man. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Tips are appreciated.
Make sure you tie your horse up to the hitching post if you ever get one.
And he says, you get inspiration as he looks at you.
Hyla leans over. I think they ride dinosaurs here.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes mud is not always mud.
That's a good tip. That's a good tip.
So, what are we gonna do for the rest of the morning?
There's job boards in here as well if you guys like to see this one too. There's various things in here. If you like to investigate and look around a little bit further.
Did you guys eat breakfast yet?
No.
I'm famished. Yeah, I want to call McManus.
I know, you always vanish.
Yes. Damn, what do you want, man?
Do you have any
My wife.
Breakfast? Pissy? Damn.
Do you have any live chickens?
Here
We
we
got
go
live
again.
dinosaurs.
Any small, like, chicken-sized ones?
No. No. Why do you want a chicken?
Any, like, small dinosaur babies on the menu?
We don't have any veal dinosaurs here, sir.
Do you have dinosaur steak?
Yes, we do. Brontosaurus steaks are here and available. Yes.
I want a brontosaurus steak.
Yeah, how much do those cost? How big are they?
Typically speaking, we serve it by saying before we offer to the customer, yabba dabba do. But typically speaking, they
Is the rib cage big enough to knock over a vehicle?
it depends on the kind of vehicle and if it's powered by feet. Typically, if it's powered by feet, it's a little bit more stable. That's what I've heard. He looks and says, "It's about the size of a very very large dinner plate. I'd say about because we are Valians and we use the Valian standard system, unlike electric. It's about 16 inches wide and it's about 84 ounces.
We could probably split that between us. What do you think?
And it costs how much?
It costs about 5 gold pieces.
I want one for myself.
Would anyone like to share one with me? I'm not going to be able to eat that much.
Yeah, I'll share one with you.
Felix says, "I'll share one with you too, buddy."
Oh, my own.
Okay. What you guys would notice here is that food is very abundant in this place. There's this place is teeming with life, and things do grow here very well. So they get various fruits and nuts and animals here to eat. You notice that the rations here were extremely cheap, like 80% cheaper than they would be normally. Getting food stocks here would be extremely cheaper, but things like weapons and armor here will be extremely expensive. So he would look at you and says, "It'll be fine. Give me 10 minutes. I'll be back." And he would leave you onto your devices here. Would you guys like to check out the job board maybe? Talk to some of the other patrons here. There are other people in this tavern, even though it's kind of early. I would say now it's around 12. like 12 to 1 maybe, so it's around lunchtime now. And you can also explore some of the town as well too if you would like. But the job board is here available. You can speak to some of the people in this tavern to maybe get some more information if you would like, or some of the chosen people as well that are still here drinking, as it hasn't been that long, as they've been kind of enjoying the company and the rest of the tavern.
Well, we told the mayor that we're going out tomorrow, so we still have like all of today to do stuff. I think we should talk to the hag.
Go visit the hag.
Just sounds
Yes.
interesting.
So eat, have a couple more drinks, go talk to the hag.
Yes, but can you try not to try to sleep with her?
I can't win.
I'll
Okay.
just take a
I
nap before we
promise.
go see.
I promise not to try to sleep with a hag. Okay.
I want you to pinky promise me you're not going to try to sleep with the hag. No
Pinky
matter
promises
what
mean
she looks
nothing.
like.
Only if you pinky promise that if somebody tries to charm me, that you will carry me away. Because
Fair.
that's happened twice now.
Yes. I
Alright.
got you.
And what's so funny that like traditionally speaking, like the whole like stereotype that like the females always get charmed in the game. Live has been the most charmed dude in the game. Live has been charmed with
We've reversed
anybody.
the gender roles in this group.
We have the two girls have the whole ass stakes, and the guys are like, "Oh, we should probably just split one."
Oh, good heavens!
Wait,
like,
I
honestly.
gotta keep my figure.
Keep that finger in there. Keep that gun in it. You know. So
Hyla's like tearing it apart with her hands.
Yeah, Ren's is just no.
She's
Live
devouring
on
this
his
thing.
piece has the knife and the fork and is cutting it into the little tiny bite-sized pieces. Like,
He's like, I'll save this for He's like, I'll take a couple of this here and there.
Once I'm done eating, taking a nap.
All right. Big man, as you would take a nap, you look over you and say, hey, lady, this isn't an inn. This is the tavern.
It's all right. We'll move her when we're done. She's kind of like a cat. She just curls up and sleeps. I think she has an illness, but we haven't got her diagnosed yet. We are gonna go see the hag after this, though. Maybe she can help.
Big man will get closer to you, Isla, and say, but she has like spider legs. How is she a cat?
I said she's like a cat. You know how they
haven't you
curl
ever heard
up
of a spider
all the
pig?
time?
Same difference. This is like a cat spider.
What the damn hell is a spider pig?
A
Alright.
spider pig does whatever a spider pig does.
Yeah,
Spider
see,
pig.
she's heard of it.
Sounds like a
Spider
terrible fairy tale. I'm not sure what country you guys
Spider
come
pig
from.
does.
As Brendan wakes up and sings the song, goes back to sleep. Goes back to sleep.
No, she's singing in her sleep like.
Spider pig.
Love it. Love it.
It's like, he says, well, that is an interesting tale. I'll make sure I tell my family to sing it and cherish and carry it down the line. That's an interesting fairy tale.
That is a very, very old story. About a spider named Charlotte and a pig named Wilbur. Very
How
old
does the
story.
story end, though? I've never heard of the Charlotte's Web.
They kind
Charlotte
of
dies.
Oh, shit.
compilate.
Spoilers.
I think they compilate.
Spoiler alert for every.
My mother told me that's where the spider pig came from.
Interesting.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So they were doing some loving you.
Oh,
It's easy.
brother. Above character, we went all the way around the earth on that one.
Been around the world. We went fucking all the way. But McManus would tell you that yeah, she's a crone. She is not very pleasant at all. But what I've noticed is between me and you, and he kind of leans and says, if you bring her some cookies, It will brighten her day. Possibly even muffins.
Where do you guys have a bakery?
No, we don't have flour here.
So where am I supposed to get cookies or muffins?
That sounds like a you problem.
A pie would have come in handy, and I wouldn't have.
Starts patting Felix. Now, do you have any spare pie in here?
He looks around. He says, what's up? Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. I need a minute. He leaves. He stands up and leaves the tavern. Okay. All right. Okay. It comes back in about 5 minutes. All right. I'm good now. Let's see if we have any pie. Pie.
How do you know she likes cookies, but there's no flour in the village?
Sometimes people come from other villages, and we do trading. We don't trade, and we don't really grow a lot of grains in here. The climate, the humidity isn't good for it. So we trade sometimes, and we get access to various breads and such. She has a fondness for cookies. And Felix says, I don't have any pies, but you can search again if you like, Isla.
All right. She'll pat him down again. Like, now I'm looking for cookies and muffins.
He's, I don't see it. I'm sorry.
A little to the left. Right
there.
He doesn't.
Wait for it.
Right there. Just stay there.
It's like
That does not feel like a cookie to me.
No, you gotta take them out of the tube and cut them up, and then you put them in the oven.
Say if it is, it's a little
Holy, we are gonna get canceled on Twitch. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. As the group decides to discover more than one way to how to make a cookie, the group has decided to go to try to find this hag. And with that being said, as you guys do so, you all are officially level 5.
Ooh. Oh yeah, we got some level 5 stuff, don't we?
Yeah, that cookie search. That's a lot of work.
That cookie search just made it all right there.
It's been like 6 sessions. This is about that time now. About that time. So if you watch, ladies and gentlemen, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate you. We love you. If you like, comment, share, subscribe, I will bring a cookie for everyone tomorrow, and I will possibly cha-cha slide on stream. I'll never get my laptop back. So,
or some bread with some sugar on it, or a full shibbo.
Sounds like poverty, man. Holy. Yeah. So if that's what you want to do, that's not the kind of freedom I like in my life. Like, do all that stuff. Leave comments, something you liked or didn't like, guys. We appreciate you. We'll be back next week. I believe we'll have a couple members missing, but we will have, I think, Hunter and possibly Isla.
Right now, I'm pretty sure I will be here.
Hey.
What's next Friday?
The 12th.
Yeah, I'll be here.
I'm here.
Okay, is everybody here the next week, or am I missing?
I
The
think
week after is when I'll be out.
It's the 19th that we're gonna be
Sure.
a little bit shy with everything going on.
Guys, I have a critical weakness with calendars, ladies and gentlemen. I think you guys figure that out. But yes, it's been a pleasure, guys. Peace and chicken grease. We love you. Bye.
Love y'all.